Welcome in, welcome in. On this Memorial Day, welcome in, welcome in. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Hello, my friends. I love to garden. Hi, Yvonne. Thank you guys for coming in, hitting the screen. I really appreciate it. It'll get us up on the For You page faster. Let's wait till just a few more people get in here, and then we will do the Diava Smackdown song and get us started. Thank you. Yes, I have makeup on. Thank you so much. All right. Welcome in, everybody, on this solemn Memorial Day. Hi. Thank you, Carlita. Hi, Crystal. Wait for just a few more people in here, and then we're going to get hit it. Oh, there we go. We hit it. We hit it. Diava Smackdown. Let's go. She signs on every day at 4, waiting for MAGA to enter the door. With a this and a that and a sheepish grin. Look out, MAGA, she's about to begin. She's got moxie, it runs through her soul. She's the queen of SmackDown, yeah, it's her role. She invites the MAGA to challenge a fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got body. Come see Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown queens. MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diava hit him with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, boo, I've got truth to speak. She's got a heart of gold, but her force is steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. From Twitter to TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diava's got game, and she's hard to beat. Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown queens. She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running a show in the TikTok streets. Equality for all and respect for her crew. Come meet Sir Val and Gemma the Jew. With Magus in the corner, looking kind of small as they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diava delivers the end game stunner. She says, "Oh, look, we have a Diava, a crusader of truth." Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown queens. So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA twits wallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diava's a legend, and we all know her name. Stop being so emotional. That's for you, MAGA, and especially you, MAGA men, the most emotional creatures on this planet, bar none. So emotional. All right, everybody, if you guys could just keep tapping that screen. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit the guest request and come on up. Let's have a conversation. Everybody else, just keep on it going. Oh, yes, I've seen all the crazy today. Trump's tweets, his gross speech about himself at Arlington. I mean, just can't get any more fucking craven than that piece of shit. All right, just keep on tapping, guys. We have not hit the For You page. Either I'm being shadow banned or something is wrong with the algorithm today because this is not usual. I mean, I know it's Memorial Day, so probably the viewership will be a little bit lower, but. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. I am looking to speak with you. So what was Biden? What was Biden what? I'm so glad that you
gave such a compelling argument and asked such a clear question that somebody could actually answer. Anyway, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Come on up. I am looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only right now. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Thank you for the compliments on my makeup. All right, bring out my background. Hi, OJM. Hi, Cindy over there on YouTube. 8 minutes into the stream, right? What about Biden? Okay. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I am looking for Trump voters to come on up. Hi, Davey. Isn't it ironic that we're observing Memorial Day today on a weekend honoring those who died fighting for our freedoms that we are now losing? Woo! How ironic that all these Trumpers are out here like, yeah, Memorial Day. Yeah, they were fighting for democracy. They were fighting for our freedoms. And now, those same freedoms that you guys are cheering on them on, or remembering them for fighting against, is what we're all now losing. How ironic. Anyway, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I am looking for Trump voters to talk to. Let's see if we get an in here today. If you voted for Donald Trump, oh yeah, Trump gave all our democracy away. He's usurping all the power into the executive branch and thumbing his nose at everybody else. And he's saying, what democracy? What democracy? Nobody cares about no stinking democracy. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I don't answer questions from the comment section. If you have a question, what freedoms are we losing? Come up here and I'll answer you. We're looking for conversation, not just to come in and drop a question and then just keep scrolling along. Come up and talk. People come to lives in order to talk and about things that are happening in this country and why Donald Trump is, no wonder he has been ranked by 154 historians as the worst president ever. And if you still think and you're still hanging with Donald Trump, even after historians, 154 of them have ranked all our U.S. presidents, and Donald Trump is the worst, and you have to request stuff. Don't ask me questions from the comment section. We are here for conversation. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come up. Stop talking about Hunter's laptop. You people are insane. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I did add a new emote, a new sticker today. I added a new sticker for my subscribers. For all my subscribers, go find the new sticker and post it. Go find it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. Nope, that's not the new one. I added a bunch yesterday, but I added one today. Thank you, one of many names. Maybe it didn't go through. Maybe it didn't go through. It's the What About Biden? Maybe that one didn't go through. I submitted it, and they have to be verified by TikTok, so maybe it hasn't been approved yet. Anyway, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I see Trump voters in here. I've invited some of them up, and none of them are coming up today. I wonder why that is. You don't see it? Okay. I'll have to check when we get off the live. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Independent voter is here every single day and refuses to come up every single day. Such a profiling courage, independent voter. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I bet they're all out there celebrating, doing barbecues, honoring the fallen soldiers that were fighting for the freedoms that we're now losing. Like, really? Really? You guys shouldn't get to celebrate this holiday. You shouldn't get the day off of work. You shouldn't get to have barbecues with your friends. If you what freedoms have we lost? Come up and I'll answer you. I don't answer questions from the comment section. We're here for conversation. Come up and we'll have a conversation. That's what people come to TikTok lives for, is to have conversation. I'm not scared. I just invited you up, Fit Dad. Let's see who's the scared one now. I sent you an invitation. All you have to do is accept. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. You're all just chirping in the comment section, but that's pretty fitting for Trump voters because they're cowards. You voted for a coward. You voted for a convicted felon. You voted for a rapist. You voted for a fraudster. Why am I not surprised that you don't have any profiles in courage? I've invited every single one of them up. Fit Dad said I was scared to answer his question, so I invited him up, and he is scared because he didn't come up. Coward. Got a fucking draft dodger talking at Arlington National Cemetery and then making it about himself. But of course he did, because he's a pathetic loser. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come up and have a conversation. Okay. Let me see how many. Okay.
Hello.
Red Man, hi. Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Okay. How old? The fuck?
It's my child, my bad.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 24 and voted in Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just came up here to tell you that both my grandpas, served. They also fought for mass immigration. Our nation's economy controlled by Jews. They fought for that. They also fought for biracial children. Yay!
What the fuck was that? Ah, and he has a child that'll grow up to be another little red-pilled incel. My God. You voted for Donald Trump. Hit the guest request. Come on up. Yeah, that was anti-Semitism, which is exactly why I dropped his ass. So gross, man. These people are insane. He did rehearse that all morning. I mean, oh my Lord. These people live amongst us. They vote. I hope you do. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. Poor baby. Gonna have a bigot, racist, disgusting father. Feel sorry for that child. Everybody else keep tapping the screen. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. Let's have a conversation. He drank the Kool-Aid. Come on, Trumpers, aren't you happy? Your dude won. Why aren't you up here talking? Is it because you know what he's doing is wrong? Do you know what he's doing is criminal? You know what he's doing is against the Constitution? Is that why you're not coming up? Because you can't defend this shit? Like, I don't blame you. But you should be at least defend it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. One second. Trump is doing an amazing job. What? Come on up. Come on up. Here we go. Give me 1 second. Lord, I invited you up. Jennifer, thank you for the $10 cash app to deport MAGA. I am with you. I am so with you. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh, I invited you up, Lord. Where are you? Lord Luzon Vampire King. What a name. He really wrote that all out when he was setting up his profile. He like wrote that whole thing out. Ooh, thank you. Wah, 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 wah. That's so cute. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I say keep all the immigrants, every single immigrant, and deport all of MAGA, all of Patriot Front, all of the 3%ers, all of the Oath Keepers, all the Triple K, all of them. They can all go. I'll keep every immigrant. Everyone. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I say we get rid of all of them. I absolutely. Proud Boys should be at CCOT. They're a gang. Patriot Front should be at CCOT. They're a gang. Yeah. I say send them to El Salvador. I'm down. Jebediah with 2 followers. I say we get rid of you. Oh my God. Did you think of that one all by yourself too? You guys are really killing it today, huh? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. They are so scared of me today. They are not coming up, are they? Yeah. All MAGA men can go. And they can take the women too, because they make my ass itch. Oh my Jesus. This next guest. Mega Patriot. Yeah. But it's not a cult, y'all. Not a cult. Mega, did you vote for Trump?
Why would you ask me a dumb question when you see what my name is?
I just asked every single person. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
No, I'm gonna ask you this.
How old are you? How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm gonna ask you.
How old? Nope. This is my live. There's terms of service. I ask every single person how old they are. So you either answer it or you can be gone. It's just that simple. And then you can ask whatever you want. But you need to answer my question. How old are you? You can unmute. You can unmute. I bet he's still talking and he doesn't even know that I muted. That I told him he can unmute. Oh, there you go. Good boy. How old are you?
I'm not a good boy. I'm not a dog.
How old are you?
All right, so can you please show me respect?
How old are you?
I'm 40. How old are you?
52.
Okay.
Good boy.
All right, so what's your next question? I'm not a fucking dog.
I didn't
call
ask.
you a dog.
I didn't ask you a question.
I'm not a good boy, and I'm not no slave on with that good boy shit, okay?
You can't say that. You calm down.
Please. So can you please respect me? I never came at you no type of way.
Calm down.
You're talking about good boy, good boy. I'm not no fucking dog, and I'm not no slave, okay? Let's get that right. Can you say yes? You agree?
Ask your question.
No. Can you say yes? You agree? I'm not no slave, and I'm not no fucking dog.
Of
Can you
course
say yes or no?
not. Of course not.
Okay. All right. So you agree? All right. So now, go ahead. Ask your question, honey. What is it that you
I didn't ask you. You said you had a question, and I said, I wanted you to tell me how old you were first, and then because you said you had a question for me.
I want to just join and want to see where your mind frame was. All right, so I'm going to ask you a question, sweetie. All right, so you asked me.
Don't call me sweetie or honey. That's misogynistic and gross. You don't know me.
Okay, hey, Miss Lady, how old are you?
I already answered you. I'm 52.
Okay, you're 52. I'm going to answer you. I'm 40. So,
You already said that.
Okay, so what is it else you want? What else do you want to know?
Why do you think Trump is doing a great job?
Let me tell you something, all right? So, honestly, man, with everything going on, I was 10 toes down for Trump. Hands down. All the way. Trump got elected. It is kind of weird and crazy with him and Elon Musk, I must say. But like I said, I fuck with Trump. I'm ex-military. I fuck with Trump.
Then you're a traitor to your oath.
I'm not a traitor to nothing. Did you hear what the fuck I just said? I said, since Trump came in office, I'm going to say it again since you fucking can't hear it. I said, yo, I've been hardcore Trump, Trump got in office, him and Eli, shit been weird. I said, stuff been weird. How can you say I'm a traitor by saying shit is weird? I'm not understanding. So can you
weird?
explain it, dude?
Because what he's not doing is weird. What he's doing is unconstitutional, and he's breaking the law, and he's violating the Constitution, and the Constitution that you took an oath to uphold against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And he is being a domestic person who is violating the Constitution. So do you still stand behind him?
Can you please explain to me?
Do you still stand behind him?
Hey, I'll answer your question once you explain what you just said. Go ahead. You got the floor.
I already have the floor. It's my fucking floor because it's my live. I don't need your permission.
Hey, listen. It's not that serious. Like,
it is that serious.
Hey, baby, you have a good day.
Yeah, goodbye. Run away. Tell me. Here, you have the floor. Bitch, I own the goddamn floor. This is my floor. You're in my house. He obviously cannot comprehend words. And that's why he called him misogynistic, because he was saying baby, honey, sweetie, boob. No. He thought he was going to come up here and dominate me. And as soon as I stood my ground and told him he was not going to, then he runs away. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. He's not a good boy. He's a naughty boy. Oh, he's trying to come back up again. I think I got that male ego hurt. Uh-oh. Yes.
Hey, go ahead and speak. You got the floor. You were right. Hey, I apologize. Hey, you are right. This is your live. You do whatever the freak you want to do. You got the floor. I'll let you speak. I apologize. I was disrespectful and I was wrong. I'll let you speak.
You literally just said again that you'll let me speak.
No. I'm wrong. I can't let you speak because it's not my live. You speak. You got the floor. Go ahead.
What do you need to, what do I need to explain to you? Do you need me to tell you how he's violating the Constitution? Do you not know?
Hey, listen.
Just answer the question, man. I don't need to just listen. Do you know how he's violating the Constitution. It's yes or no. 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 I know Trump supporters don't like consent, but I said no. It's just yes or no. Hey, let me ask you a question. I get that all the time. They don't want to answer questions. Like, let me ask you a question. No, answer mine. Answer mine. It's just yes or no. Good grief. What I tell you at the beginning, MAGA men are emotional. They're so in their feelings. So emotional. All right. Thank you, Wes, for the $2 Venmo for $2 for the $2 challenge and your fucking floor. All right. Wes is challenging everybody watching right now to send $2 to my Cash App or Venmo. They're both spelled the same way, Diavatalks, to help support my live because this is my motherfucking floor. That's right, Wes. Yeah, he wanted to control the conversation, and then no. That's what misogynistic men like to do. They like to come into female creators' lives and like, oh, he's trying to come up again. Mega Patriot. Send $20 to my Cash App or Venmo and I'll entertain your foolishness again. Right now, Cash App or Venmo right there. Diavatalks, $20. Go. If I have to endure you one more moment, right? No means no, but not to Trump voters. They're like, that means I'm going to come up again. The reason he wants to come back again is because I don't allow men to come in and invade my space and tell me how to run my life and tell me I have the floor and he'll let me speak. No. You got the wrong bitch. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Oh, he left real fast. I asked him for $20. That bitch fled.
Hello.
Hi, Revolution. Did you vote for Trump?
No, you're looking for the ops.
Only looking for Trump voters right now until 6 p.m. Eastern. Yep. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Yeah. Hi, Shelby over there on YouTube. Exactly. Run, rabbit, run. Francine, thank you for the $2. I love your show. Please keep up the great work. Thank you so much for the $2 for the $2 challenge. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. If you want to take part of the $2 challenge, just send $2 to my Cash App or Venmo. It's over there on the yellow banner. That helps support my life. I am here every single day, 7 days a week from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern. Contrary to what Republicans think, I do not get paid by the DNC. I do not get paid by George Soros. I'm completely, totally crowdfunded. So if you want to help support my live, if you're being entertained and or educated, please feel free to help support my live. Thank you. Yeah, let's see. Do we have anybody ready to come up? Who's on the guest box? Nope, just a subscriber. Probably a tapping error. All right, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. Maggie, you have not sent your best yet. I need you to step up your game, man. Give me a challenge. Give me something to work with here. Like, give me something. One Tesla, why don't you come up? Just like to hide in the comments. There he is. One Tesla. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 26, voted in Massachusetts.
How do immigrants affect you in Massachusetts?
Easy. We actually just had ice here a couple weeks ago. It was in national news.
Okay, and that's not the question I asked.
Yeah. So if you let me finish, we absolutely have an effect here with illegal immigration because we have illegals in all of our cities.
It's undocumented. They're undocumented.
Okay, we'll call whenever you want
Well, there's no such thing as illegal human beings. There's no such thing as illegal human beings. They're not illegals. Yeah.
We'll call them undocumented. We have undocumented immigrants all throughout Massachusetts. One of them committed crimes against children and was released multiple times by the state.
Yeah, well, Donald Trump commits crimes, has committed crimes and violates women's bodies. So I don't really, your fake outrage doesn't, just saying it's undocumented immigrants. It's did it affect you? Did it affect you?
It does affect me.
How does it affect you? How?
I mean, am I directly, like, my life, an immediate effect of an
Yes.
undocumented?
Yes. How does it affect you? For you to demonize an entire population of people that doesn't affect you in any way, shape, or form. Why? I mean, what's the problem?
So then I would ask if you're in bed sleeping, why pull anybody over for speeding? If someone's going 120 and street racing.
If you're in bed sleeping, why pull anybody over? What word salad was that?
No, I'm asking you. Should the police pull people over at 2 a.m. if you're in bed sleeping? Because how does it affect you? You're sleeping in bed. Why pull them over?
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Because
Like you get the award.
Why all the time? It doesn't matter if there's, for example, Donald Trump on his conviction of fraud in New York. There was no victims.
The citizens of New York were the ones that were defrauded.
No, they weren't defrauded.
That's not the same case.
That's the case I'm talking about, where he
inflated and deflated the. Okay, you must be new here, boo, because I do not allow men to speak over me. So shut your fucking pie hole when I'm speaking. Be quiet when I'm speaking. If he deflated the value of his properties to pay less taxes and then inflated them when he wanted to get loans, the state of New York city taxpayers, he didn't pay what he should have paid in taxes to the state of New York. So the taxpayers and citizens of New York were the ones that were harmed. And there's many crimes that are committed that don't cause harm. Harm is not the only arbiter of if it's a crime or not. So it doesn't matter if anyone was harmed, it's still a crime. And he did harm a woman by going up and grabbing her by the kitty like he said he could do. Okay? So that's a crime, whether you like it or not. Stealing unclassified documents is a crime. He would be held accountable for it if you guys wouldn't have reelected him. He'd be in prison right now for his 34 felonies if you hadn't reelected him. You voted for him when he was out on bail. Yeah, Martha Stewart went to jail. She didn't harm anybody either, but it was just, for fraud. Amanda, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. Brandy, thank you for the $10 for why should his family deserve a future but not them. Agree. Go ahead, Tesla.
Okay, so you kind of went all over there. I'm not sure where you want to land, but I will land my plane with ICE is all over Massachusetts.
It's all over Florida too. I don't care.
Okay, you just gave me the floor, and like you immediately.
Because that's not what I'm talking about. I asked you how undocumented immigrants harm you.
Give me a topic. Okay, just because somebody does something that doesn't absolutely directly affect me in my life, that doesn't mean that we don't enforce laws. Like, what kind of logic is that?
Then how come who is ICE going after right now?
I mean, primarily criminals, but anybody.
No. How come they're showing up at people's jobs? How come they're showing up at court hearings where people are going for their green card? Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm not. If this is how you're
undocumented immigrants it's not illegal. They're not going after criminals. They're going after children.
I said they're ultimately going after anybody who's undocumented.
They're not. They're not.
They're not going after
undocumented people. No. If you look at the TV and what's happening, they're going to court cases where people are showing up for their green card hearings and deporting them and picking them up. They're doing it the right way. They're doing it the legal way. They're going to people's jobs. They're going to court hearings. They're snatching children. They're taking citizens. They're basically just racially profiling brown people and taking them off. And just recently, the other day, the guy on a job site, on a construction job site, they fucking tackled him. And he's screaming, I'm a U.S. citizen. They're not vetting. They're not just going and looking for criminals. They know that they're criminals, so they're going and looking for specific people. They're just showing up and calling anybody who's brown undocumented or having ICE, and he's a U.S.-born citizen. It's no different than the fucking Gestapo in 1930s Germany. All it is fucking modern-day brown coats, and you guys are cheering it on, and you're sick.
Okay. I mean, but you also have to understand that immigration was one of the big issues that this election was on.
No, it wasn't. No, it was the third.
This is why you guys will continue to lose them.
It was the third. It was the third. If you go look at the exit polls, it was the economy. No, if you go look at the exit polls, they do this stuff for a living. Okay? People do that. You still keep fucking talking over me.
Yes, that's how a conversation.
No.
All you do is.
No. You're giving misinformation and it's not true. So I'm correcting you because you're wrong. The number one reason was the economy. It was not immigration. Only racist pieces of shit care about the undocumented immigrants. I don't rail about them because I'd rather have them here than you.
And I never said immigration was the number one issue.
That is not what. Give me a break, dude. Stop gaslighting me. Stop gaslighting me. You just said the number one reason was immigration. You're such a fucking liar.
I said it was one of.
Everyone in the chat is telling you you did because they all heard it. You're just gaslighting us at this point.
Go play it back then.
Oh yeah, and go play it back live. Idiot. You don't even know how TikTok works, apparently. Robin, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge.
So I come up here to try to have a conversation. I mean,
you're gaslighting us. You literally just said the reason why the number one reason was immigration, and that's why you guys keep losing. Because I said it wasn't immigration; it was the economy. Well, that's why you guys keep losing because you don't. You know, you said it, and then you gaslight me a second later.
Because I said it was one of the top issues.
That's not what you said.
Nope.
You
don't even let me finish a sentence.
It's not what you said because you're lying. You're lying.
Okay.
You're lying.
We'll play it back then. When this is over, go ahead and play it back and prove me wrong. It'll make a good clip for your TikTok.
Yeah, I will.
I didn't say it.
Oh, look how dumb you are. Go ahead.
I mean, there's something to go ahead. You're not giving me a topic. You're not giving me something to talk about. You're going off on.
You're lying.
Just give me a topic.
You said in the comment section, you want illegals running around everywhere. That's the only reason why we're talking about immigration. I don't care about immigration. I say let them all come in and deport all of MAGA. I would take every immigrant in the entire country over you racist fucks.
That's fine. And you were the unpopular opinion in your side lost, so I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, I know. We lost. Yeah. We lost because of racism and misogyny. And he only won by 1.5. Again, you're still fucking talking over me. He lost. He won by 1.5% margin, the smallest margin win in 100 years. He didn't win by a landslide. There was more people who voted against him or didn't vote than voted for him. You're delusional.
Elections unpopular vote, so it's all electoral. Which she lost every single swing state.
So who cares?
Well, clearly you do because you're whining about.
No, he won by 1.5%, which is the lowest margin in the last 100 years. He didn't win by a landslide.
He won every swing state.
Who cares? Say thank you, Elon. Thank you. Okay, Fang, did you want to talk to this potato? He's admitted like 3 times on camera. He's like, well, if we hadn't rigged it, I wouldn't have won. But here we are. Yeah, I won. Like literally. He said it himself like 3 different times on TV. But yeah, just go ahead and yeah. He won by a landslide. Thank you, Elon.
Never said he won by a landslide either. You play that back too. I never said that.
As you sit in the comfort of your blue state, that you get all, everyone has health care and everyone has, a good standard of life, and, fuck the red states, fuck Arizona, fuck North Carolina, fuck Kentucky, Arkansas, Missouri, all the people that have been hit by the tornadoes that he is refusing to send any federal money to. You guys railed and bitched about Joe Biden. He only got $750, and all the money that was appropriated to North Carolina to help them rebuild, Donald Trump just rescinded it. Not giving them more money, he rescinded the money already allocated for North Carolina. He has even mentioned all the people that have unalived in all of these states from these tornadoes, and they've all asked for funding, and he said no. He doesn't give a shit about you. He doesn't give a shit about me. I don't know why you're up here simping for billionaires and fucking clowns who don't give a shit about you. He didn't even care they wanted to hang his vice president, and you think he cares about you. You've got to be fucking kidding me. You up here simping for this man who wouldn't piss on you if he walked by you and you were on fire.
I don't know how to continue the conversation if you're not asking questions. You're literally just going off. I don't know. I don't know how to contribute. You can give me a topic or something. I understand you disagree with me. You can.
This is not a matter of disagreeing.
Well, then what is it?
This is a matter of you are defending a person who is violating the Constitution on a daily basis. He is ignoring the Supreme Court orders. He's ignoring federal courts, which makes him a dictator or an authoritarian, because we have 3 co-equal branches of government to balance each other out so one doesn't have more power. And he's usurped that power from Congress because he scared the feckless Republicans in Congress from holding him accountable for what he's doing. They're just like, oh, I don't want to be primaried. I don't want to lose my seat. So they're just letting him do whatever he wants to do. And he's completely ignoring the Supreme Court order and federal courts. He's just ignoring them. That is the other branch of government, the judicial, that's supposed to hold him account. He is holding them. He is. No, you're lying again.
Would you like to see the buses that turned around when the Supreme Court ordered that they couldn't issue the deportation?
That is not what he said. I'm not talking about that order. That's a different one. I'm talking about the order that specifically told Donald Trump and his administration that he must facilitate the return of Abrego Garcia to the United States because he was not given due process. It has been over a month, going on 2 months, and they have done nothing at all.
Here's the buses that turned around immediately after the scope.
And that's not the one I'm talking about. And I just explained, you're not listening to me. You're just listening to, shut the fuck up.
No, all you do is.
No, you're not listening. You're listening to respond, but you're not hearing what I'm saying. I'm telling you the exact court case, the exact one that he is ignoring. That ruling where they said to turn around the buses was a different one from the Supreme Court. And just the other day, just last week or a week and a half ago, he sent, shut the fuck up. You are insufferable. You are insufferable.
You just don't stop talking.
No, you're insufferable because you're wrong. And you won't listen. You won't listen.
Don't let me speak.
You won't listen because you're not responding to what I'm saying. I'm talking about the Abrego Garcia case. I am not talking about the buses being turned around. Stay on topic. Focus, 10-second Tom.
You keep speaking. You're saying he doesn't listen to the Supreme Court, and he does.
He's ignoring a specific Supreme Court ruling for going on 2 months now. He's ignoring the Supreme Court order. And he has been. And he's still taking people because he just shipped 12 people from Southeast Asia, from like Vietnam to fucking Sudan. For what? If you're deporting people, you send them back to the country they came from. Why do you send them to third world countries that are in constantly in battle? That's just fucking gnarly. That's disgusting.
Okay.
So he's still sending people away, even though the courts have told him not to. So he may have turned around those buses, but he's still sending people to plane to third world countries, and he's ignoring the one from getting Albrego Garcia back to the United States when they say they must facilitate his return. And they have had court cases where they have told the Trump administration they need to show up in court and show what they've done to facilitate his return, and they have thumbed their nose to the court and have done nothing. Thus, he's ignoring the Supreme Court order.
Is it good to speak, or
why does every Trump supporter do that? When I am done talking, that is your time, because I say don't speak over me. So when I'm done with what I'm saying, you're free to speak. And everybody, every fucking Trumper does that. Can I talk now?
Well, maybe it's you, because I've never ever been treated this way in my life, and I don't.
Oh, it's okay. I'm treating you that way because you're insufferable. Insufferable.
Then why do you want to talk to insufferable people all day?
I don't. You're just the only one who requested.
You're inviting people who you know you disagree with about the conversation, and they make a point and you don't like it. I don't know how to help you. It's like you either want to have a conversation or you just mute me the second I make a point. Yeah, play that one, Brophy. Wade is taken away.
It already has been, you fucking piece of shit.
At the AV clinic with the little violin.
That's a good one. Oh, it was a good one. Good one, Tesla. What a good one. Fucking psycho. You need to I need you to go seek professional help, and I hope you get what you voted for times 10. And I hope you fuck all the way off. Thank you. Yeah, I gagged him. He had no idea what to say, so he's like, when Roe v. Wade gets ripped away from you. It already has been, you dumbass. They had nothing to say. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Red-pilled incels, these 20-something-year-olds who just are so gross. They're so gross. He made his whole username Tesla, probably because he's used to saying the hard ER all the time. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Okay, America First. Are you the one with 2 followers? Yeah, fuck off. You come here every day just spewing your bullshit. You're just a bot. Get out of here. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Yeah, and El Salvador won't allow anybody else to come to CCOT without due process because the ICC, the International Criminal Courts, are looking at his contract between the United States and El Salvador. And so El Salvador now says, yeah, don't send us any more of those people that don't have due process. Yeah, we're not taking any more of those. So that's how you know it's a fucking problem. Yeah, that part. Yeah. Yeah, they don't want to have to go in front of an International Criminal Court. Just like I said, and I've been saying all along, that when all this is said and done, there will be Nuremberg-style trials. And all these people who are just doing what they're told, it didn't work in 1930s Germany. It's not going to work today either. Good luck. Good luck, bitches. Good luck. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. CCG won't request up. CCG is a coward. That's why they've been muted. You're welcome, Cindy. Attention seeking much? Who? I'm not attention seeking. I'm here every single day. I do this 7 days a week. This is not attention seeking. This is what I do. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Everybody else, just keep on tapping that screen. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. We're almost at 200,000 likes. You guys are massively killing it today. Thank you so much. If you want to help support my live, I do have my Cash App over here. My Venmo spelled the same way. If you want to help support my live, I am here every single day, 7 days a week from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern. And I am crowdfunded, 100% crowdfunded. So if you want to help support my live, if you've been educated in or entertained, I would appreciate any and all support. Thanks. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. Drinking that Kool-Aid. Drinking that Kool-Aid. Drinking that Kool-Aid. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are amazing. I love you. Thank you so much. And hit the guest request. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you voted for Donald Trump, if you voted for Trump, thank you, Trump. If you voted for Donald Trump, oh, the kitty, thank you. Those are so cute. Those are so cute. If you voted for Donald Trump, come on up. Let's go. I'm looking for Trump voters to talk to. So if you voted for Donald Trump, come on up. I'm nice. I'm really nice. I'm nice. Not scary. Oh yeah, his Memorial Day post. His Memorial Day posts are right up there with his Christmas and Thanksgiving. And Jennifer, thank you for the $2 for a $2 challenge begins now. Okay, Jennifer is challenging another $2 challenge. If you want to help support my life, send $2 to my Cash App or Venmo over there in the yellow banner. Yeah, this man is unhinged. We need the 25th Amendment. This bitch. God. Lord have mercy, this man has lost his shit. He has lost it. He has lost it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the grass. Can you imagine if Joe Biden did something like that? They absolutely would have absolutely. I mean, they were already railing just because a voucher bag. Thank you, Roxanne, for subscribing. I wouldn't box up and talk with a voucher bag. I think you probably meant to put douchebag. You can't even spell. Yeah. Come on, voucher bag. Vance is not better, but Vance doesn't have the following and the loyalty that Donald Trump has. Actually, a lot of Republicans don't even like Vance because he's kind of weird. Voucher bag. Yeah, send me my bag or a voucher. Give me that bag. I'll take a voucher bag. A deuce bag. Didn't even spell it right that either. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. They just make it so easy. So easy. Oh, I love the watermelons. Those are so cute. Thank you so much, Salty Lone Star Mom. That was so cute. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. There's 666 people in here. I love it. If you voted for Donald Trump, come on up. Voucher bag. it went down to 662 as soon as I said it. Whew, goodness. Yeah, I honestly, Sandy, I don't think Donald Trump has a clue because when they just bring him EZOs and he signs them. I think they give him the cliff notes, just like the pictures that he was putting up in the White House saying that the South Africa, that video, those crosses signified the farmers that had been unalived, and these pictures are from people that were unalived and all of that because they just told him that that's what it was. So he believed them, right? The video was from 2020. And the photos are from the Congo. He doesn't know the fuck he's doing. He does no idea what's happening. He literally has no idea. He's exactly what they accused Joe Biden of doing. Of somebody, he's a puppet. Somebody behind the strings is pulling the strings. That's literally what they're doing with Trump. Every accusation from a Trumper is a confession. Every accusation is a confession. Every single time, especially from a narcissist, when Trump says, he's not running the government, he has people doing it for him, he's just a puppet, that's because he has everybody doing everything for him. And he's just a puppet. Like, every accusation is a confession. No, Fang is up here. He just, I asked him if he wanted to say something earlier, but he never unmuted, so I don't know if he stepped away or... Yeah, and it's not good people, exactly. It's not good people that are doing this. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. I am looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only, so if you voted for Donald Trump, I'm looking for you. Thank you, Maui Wise. I had a telehealth doctor appointment today to renew my recommendation so I can garden. You have to get one every 7 months, so today was mine. For my gardening license in Florida. Yes. Hi, Fang.
So sorry. Wife called and
That's okay.
I was sure that I was going to be dropped automatically.
Well, I think it did, because if you're gone for like 2 minutes or something, it automatically drop you.
But yeah, the only reason not the only reason, but what I wanted to say to him was he said the whole deal at the beginning about, if somebody's driving fast and they should pull over, doesn't affect you. Sir, I could be sleeping at home and somebody that's speeding at a high rate could lose control and run into my home.
Sure.
We can see the ramifications of what that person is doing that's dangerous to the entire community and how it could affect everyone. Yes, we can draw a correlation. Someone coming across the border doesn't directly affect me.
Nope.
After that, their actions can, and those things should be regulated and decided upon whether they are adhering to our laws, etc. The civil penalty of somebody walking across an imaginary line does not automatically affect you.
No.
So you just follow logic, and it's okay. Again, you can say that I'm afraid of what they might do if they come into this country. And then we can show you statistics that show that your fears are unwarranted, because the main amount of people in this country committing crimes against other United States citizens
is United States citizens.
Bingo, bango. So, I know that the propaganda has been successful.
The boogeyman, yep.
Yeah, it's been successful. But if you take yourself and sit yourself down and have a conversation with yourself, you might learn something about yourself and know that you are actually pushing yourself into anxiety that's not necessary. The world has enough. I have enough. I could barely...
Shit, we all have enough.
Yeah, I could barely get out of bed today.
but I need certain people need me, and so that motivation actually drives me. But don't make up boogeymen that you don't need to. Don't do it.
That is exactly correct. Don't borrow worry.
Right.
Like, we got enough anxiety with things that are going on now. And that's Fang, that's why I have correlated it so much through my deconstruction and through my therapy and stuff like that I went through to deconstruct a lot of my indoctrination from my faith that I was raised in. Religion is fear-based also. It's fear of hell, fear of making a mistake. Oh my God, if you do this, you're going to go to hell. If you do this, you're going to go to hell. If you do this, you're going to go to hell. Like, it's just all fear-based. They don't obey the commandments or do right by the Bible, whatever, because they want to. They do it because they're fearful of this place called hell. They're fearful. It's all fear-based. And that's what the GOP is too. It's all fear-based. It's fear of brown people. It's fear of LGBTQ people. It's fear of transgender people. It's the fear of things they don't understand, or that they don't, they're just scared of everything. And there has to be a boogeyman for the Republicans to ever win. They did it with abortion for years, decades, about right to life, stop unaliving the babies, and all this stuff. And it was fear, 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 fear. And the dog caught the car on that one because they got it, right? So then they had to find another boogeyman to gin their base up. And the reason why the Christianity went with the abortion is because they couldn't use racism anymore. Because when Brown versus education, they wanted to do private schools. Then so they only had to admit white people and people that they wanted. And then when they said, no, you can't do that, people were like leaving the church, and they were losing support. So they had to try to find another common thing to get people to still vote Republican, because their ideas are unpopular. So they latched on to abortion, because before that, the Baptist church, especially, it was an individual choice. That it was like left up to the doctors. They didn't care. No stance, I guess you could say. So they latched on to the abortion debate and went hard. And they kept it up for a lot of years, and it kept people voting Republican, So once they didn't have that any longer, then they went to immigrants and LGBTQ. They always have to go after someone marginalized. They have to be bigger than what they're going after. And they demonize an entire population, an entire group of people, just for people to vote for them and to scare them. Brown people are coming to replace you. They're taking your jobs. They're all of that is just to play into white people's fear and their racism. And so I think that's why evangelical, they also don't have to have evidence to support their beliefs. Just like Trump supporters don't need evidence or facts to support their beliefs. They just believe what Donald Trump is saying. That's why they intertwined is a mess.
Indeed, the ignorance is blissful in those folks. I never remember the person's name that is in charge of his evangelical little section in the government right now.
Oh, Paula White?
Yeah, that crazy lady.
She's a nutbag, dude. Oh my God.
I give people like her a lot of credit, because like they do the most outlandish stuff, and it comes out, and they just keep it pushing. It doesn't even slow them down at all. Like, she married one, cheated on another, stole money, and kept on going and built a bigger church. And boy, like she did that like 3 times, I think.
It's like Trump. They're all this moral majority, we're the family values. He has 5 kids with 3 baby mamas. If that would have been Kamala, they'd have called her every name in the book and that she was a trifling hoe and all this kind of stuff. But since it's Trump, it's fine. If they didn't have hypocrisy, they'd have nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing. Just utter blatant hypocrisy.
She is a righteous gemstone.
A righteous gemstone. She's got the right look. She's got the blonde hair and the Maybe if Harris used her knee pads more than she would be president. Come up here, Dim. Oh, you have one follower. I'm gonna block you for that one. Get the fuck out of here, nasty, filthy human. Every position she held, she was elected to. So that'd be a lot of knee pads, buddy. That's that misogyny. That's that really disgusting.
I always say
Ugh.
that's the way to power, and the people who are in power as men only release it for that. That means that they are corrupt.
That's what I said. I said it's still men's fault then, because if they withhold those, they hold promotions until they get that, then they're the ones they're still in the wrong. That's how they think about women now. Like Kamala Harris will never hear their comments. Kamala Harris will never see their disgustingness, but their daughters will, and their wives will, and their sisters will, when they post that kind of stuff online. Because if he thinks that about Kamala Harris, then he thinks that about all women.
Yep, and that means they're treated that way accordingly every day.
Correct. It's gross. Mitria, I'm going to have you come up here and do a commercial if you would while I run to the restroom. And I might have to do a restart because I don't see any Trumpers in here, but maybe not. Maybe we can gin up some people. Hello, if you're available.
Hello.
Would you mind doing a commercial break real quick?
Yeah, I'm available. Yeah, I can do that. No problem.
Thank you so much. I'll be right back.
Yeah, do your thing, girl. Hi, everybody. We got over 588 people in here. Make sure that you are hitting the screen per usual. And make sure that you are sharing out the live as well. Why don't we try to get Diava up to 350 before friendly time? Let's try that. I think we can do it. I think you guys have it in you. Please make sure that you are also sending your daily heart me's. And don't forget the gifting goal. Today we are doing the finger hearts. And we are looking for more to complete this round. You know, she always resets it afterwards. Please contribute if you can. And if you'd like to contribute a little bit more directly, you can do her subscriptions to this channel, which will get you some fun stickers and things like that. Please go ahead. Please go ahead, any of the subscribers in here, and put some of those stickers in the chat so we can see them. She works hard on them, and I think we need to show them off. So thank you all for doing that, if you will. And then also you can contribute even more directly by sending her Venmo Cash App to Diavatalks. And as always, in the link tree in her bio is her merch store, if you'd like to look at any of the merch she has as well. Thank you for that, Punk. Thank you, everybody, for throwing those out there.
Okay.
Hello, Faith. How are you?
Okay.
Making it through, Dimitri. Hope you're doing well.
Same. I'm making it through, but I'm doing what I can. Feeling better, girl?
Oh, yeah. Whew. Fang, someone is telling you to check your Cash App. All right, let's do a quick poll. Here we go. On the bottom of your screen in the middle, there's going to be a smiley face and a sad face. If you voted for Kamala, you're going to hit the smiley face. If you voted for Trump, you're going to hit the sad face. Go. There we go. If you voted for Donald Trump, I need you to hit the guest request and come on up. Hit the smiley face if you voted for Kamala. 3 Trump voters in here. Why aren't you guys up talking to me?
You know, every time you do this, I go through and start trying to request them up. Got one.
Well, Lost in the Stars she's already regretted her. She already says she regrets her vote. We've talked to her plenty of times.
Oh, my apologies.
That's okay. She already regrets her vote. No need to apologize. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I would like to speak with you. Come up and let's chitty chat chat. Tesla's in another live, of course. He probably just goes live to live and still does that. Oh, we got a flash goal. Okay, where is it? TikTok does these flash goals. I never know what it is. It just comes up. All right, I guess today 40 different people have to send one little puff. Thank you, guys. Okay, Heath. I might have to do a restart because I just don't really see very many in here. Or any ones that are willing to come up and talk anyway. I mean, it doesn't do any good if they're just sitting in the comments and won't come up.
He's getting dog walked. I can't imagine why. He was just a rage baiter. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're all out pretending to have barbecues and patriotisms, you know? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. No, that's just they're drinking their Pabst Blue Ribbon. Drinking some of that PBR.
Right.
Renting you
I had a
home.
friend once at the bar that ordered a blue ribbon in front of me to the bartender. And I said, "What did you order?" He said, "A blue ribbon." I said, "No, we're not going to class this up. It is a PBR."
It's a PBR. Yep. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cat.
They better stop.
Oh, I need one more puff from someone who hasn't sent one yet. Because it said it has to be 40 different people, it says. I need one more person to send one puff. It only costs you 1 coin. Oh, yay, we got it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The other day, I got a flash goal in my life, and I had 13 people in there, and it said it wanted me to get 12 puffs. I was like, can you at least make it a little easier for me?
Right?
Not all 13 people are trying to gift. Like, what's wrong? But yeah, I think you'll.
I'm going to do a quick restart.
Are you doing anything today for Memorial Day at all?
Mm-mm. Nope.
No.
No. I mean, usually, like we used to in years past, we would go, do a big cookout at my in-laws' house and go over to the beach and spend the day at the beach. And have a cookout, but no. I'm not doing that. As I told you guys last year, I'm not doing that anymore.
Right. I don't blame you.
Especially after I was uninvited for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then they wonder why my kids don't want to go over there. Probably because the way you treat their mother.
No, that's not it.
So the kids didn't want to go. Like, I don't make them go. The grandparents aren't entitled to any relationship with them, especially if they're going to treat me bad.
Right.
So I've never said they can't go. I'm always like, you want to go to grandma's? Like, no. And they get mad at me. So they think I'm withholding their grandchildren from them. I'm like, they're fully autonomous. They can do whatever they want. They don't want to go. But anyway, I'm going to do a quick restart, Fang. I'm going to do a quick restart. Hopefully he hears us. Oh, he just dropped off. I'm going to do a quick restart since I just went to the bathroom. I don't need to go to the restroom again or anything, so I'm just going to come right back up. I'll be back in a minute. Be back in 10 seconds.
Did you guys?
Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi. Hi, Kelly girl. Hi, everybody. All right, everybody coming in. I see everybody just hitting that screen, getting me back up on the For You page. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. I absolutely appreciate you so much. Hopefully we can get up on the For You page a little faster than we did earlier. Hopefully we can get some conversation in here today. All right. Welcome in, welcome in. This Memorial Day weekend, we will honor those who died fighting for the freedoms that we are now losing. Doesn't sit right in my soul, does it? Probably doesn't in yours either. So I just don't feel like celebrating something like this. Thank you, Hillary. Thank you, Alicia. I know. Exactly. My Uncle David was unalived in Vietnam. He was only there like 3 months. And he was unalived. He was 23 years old. I know he didn't unalive in that war just to have a fucking fascist come in and take over. He'd probably be rolling around in his grave. All right, everybody. If everybody keeps tapping, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. I am looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only for the next 38 minutes. So if you voted for Donald Trump, I'd love to have a conversation with you. You voted for Donald Trump? Hit the guest request. Come on up. Thank you, Shell. Thank you for everybody who's complimenting me in the comment section. I appreciate it. I am wearing makeup, so I joined the land of the living today. But thank you for the compliments. It's very nice. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I am looking for Trump voters to speak to today on this Memorial Day weekend, where we will honor those who died fighting for the freedoms that we are now losing. And it doesn't sit right with me. If you voted for Trump, come up and tell me how it feels to you, or if it means anything to you. Haters gonna hate? I do hate people who vote against me and my kids and our freedoms, and vote for people who violate the Constitution with reckless abandon. All right, let me bring up my backup account and we'll get into it. Oh no, what the heck happened? Oh, no, I didn't want that. I declined that. What was that? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. That was wild. Let me bring up my backup account, Double Trouble, and I'll bring you up. All right, I brought my backup account. Make sure you guys are all following my backup account. I thought one of the mods brought up somebody. Double, did you vote for Trump? Double Trouble?
Hello?
Yes, did you vote for Trump?
I had a question real quick.
Did you vote for Trump?
I just had a...
Did you vote for Trump? Did you vote for Trump?
It doesn't matter who I voted for.
Okay. Ricardo, did you vote for Trump?
Good afternoon.
Hi, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
Sure, 40 in New York.
Okay. What did you what I don't know what comment you made, because it looks like one of my mods brought you up, but I'm assuming that you said something in the comment section.
Yes. It's my comment is that typically sassy men and baby mamas hate Trump, and I was hoping to see if someone would be able to prove me wrong today.
What is sassy men and baby mamas?
Well, your sons are probably sassy.
What does that mean? What does sassy mean?
I bet they know what peen tastes like.
Oh, so you're just a homophobe.
No, I'm just calling out weak men who were raised by left-leaning mothers.
Okay, go ahead and do me a favor here. If you're going to be a bigot, you got to turn your camera on.
No, talk to your weak sons or husband like that. Please make those requests.
Oh, I just put a sock in your mouth.
If you mean
I know you have big emotions. I know you guys are very emotional and you have very big feelings. And perhaps your mom or your dad should have hugged you more so that you didn't turn out to be a complete and utter douchebag. Other than that, I think that, it probably, and you're a misogynist and all those other ickies. Ugh, you're gross. Bye-bye. You want to be a bigot? You got to turn your camera on. Real men support women. Real men uphold women because they're not threatened by our strength. Projection much, weak son? Projection much? Not legit. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
24, Florida.
Okay. I'm hoping you don't want to add on to that conversation. So what would you like to say?
Oh, yeah, I'm
not trying to do that right now. Are you speaking about like bodily autonomy for women? Talking about First Amendment rights? Like, what are you speaking on specifically?
I wasn't speaking on either of those.
Okay.
Oh, are you? I'm talking about. Oh, I'm talking about freedoms. Well, he's violating due process. So if no one in this country has due process, or if one person doesn't have due process in this country, none of us have it either. Because the way you prove something is through due process. So if one person's being denied due process, we're all being denied due process. So we're losing the freedoms to defend ourselves against the government. Number two, I am talking about bodily autonomy, but I'm also talking about the Constitution. He's violating the Constitution in multiple ways every single day.
Okay, so we just do the first one about due process. So I'm assuming that's going to be talking about illegal immigrants and them not getting full due process.
Well, it's called undocumented immigrants. Human beings are not illegal. So I don't like them being referred to as illegal. Okay, if you must be new here, but I don't allow men to speak over me. So if I'm speaking, please don't speak.
I'll just clarify.
Undocumented is preferred.
Okay, it's preferred, but they still are illegal aliens. But yeah, so if
No one is illegal on stolen land.
it's not stolen land, it's conquered. That doesn't change.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. So you just come in and just wipe them all out. The people that didn't have weapons.
It's important, but the system, the way it works is that a group of people that took the land made a new system. That's what we live under right now. So
You're a colonizer. Ooh, you're a colonizer.
I'm not really a colonizer. I just said I'm really for it, but that's what happened.
Yeah, and Donald J. Trump is violating the Constitution on a daily basis.
Okay, so when the people come together in a certain piece of land and make a new system, a governmental system, and they make rules about that system and they enforce them, and you come to a country, you don't follow those rules, the people who reside in that country can do what they want.
No, they can't do what they want.
Pertaining to the laws. You didn't hear the last part.
Hold on. I see where you're trying to go here, but you're wrong. What rules?
How am I wrong?
What
What part did I say was wrong?
Sir, again, what rules are they not following?
No, what part did I say was what was
You said that people are coming over here and not following the rules. The people that we are actually talking about that did that, where he's breaking the Constitution, most of them are actually following.
Correct.
Most of them were showing up to their court dates.
And they're snatching them from the courthouses as they're showing up for their green card hearings.
Okay, these are the people that we're talking about. Okay, so when you come up here trying to go, everybody's being illegal. Okay, that is an improper statement.
That's not what I said. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I
The
did.
people who take a certain piece of land and they come together and make.
I'm not talking. I hear less on conversation because one, they don't create a new
I'm not
government
talking
system.
about. Well,
They don't create a new governmental system.
And then people in the
We
land
took
make
over the land, sir. Our governmental system comes from the
You're
Constitution.
a filibuster.
Well, you're not telling the truth.
No, I
Our
am.
governmental
I
system,
said wrong.
no matter what piece of land we take over, sir, comes from our Constitution.
What? How is that disproved? I just said.
You're going back to when we came over here. You're like, when they take a piece of land and they make new rules. Yeah, it's called, we have the Constitution, and the Constitution has to be followed.
Exactly. So people, we make a constitution.
And Trump is violating the Constitution.
And he's violating that.
So there's people. Okay, I'm gonna concede on the point where there are people who are doing it the right way and they are being taken, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in general when we make laws, people can come here and end up not following those laws.
They follow them.
And they can be deported.
No, why are you
What's
going?
the law?
Why are you going? Did you not hear what I
What's
said?
the law?
Straight to.
See, no, sir, you're coming up here, you're saying something. I bet you don't even know the
No,
law.
you're not even.
What is the law?
So you're gonna mute me? You don't even know what I'm saying.
What is the law? Answer my question.
You're literally walking here with.
What is the law?
Bro, what are you doing?
What is the law?
Can you give my argument back? Can you say my argument? Can you steal me on my argument?
What is the law?
Can you steal me on my argument?
You're in our life. You're not.
understanding.
What is the law?
We're having a debate.
What is the law?
I don't think you
Sir,
understand.
you lost this debate when you stepped in this room. What is the law?
My mods are muting you because you're not answering the question. You said they're not following the law, so he's asking you, what is the law?
There's people that came here and they didn't go through the proper procedures when it comes to
What is the law?
citizen.
Sir,
So that
you're sitting here and you're using your
process
saying,
for
you're
them
saying
doesn't have to be a full
They didn't, hold on, you're now, I'm going. Okay.
Yes, it does have to be a
So
full.
you understand,
dishonest right now.
no, so you understand there's actually a set of laws. You're coming up here using keywords, trying to act like you're smart, and you don't even know the law.
I just want
Have some self-control.
What? Now I'm going to ask you this one more time before I kick you off the panel. What
Yeah, you're so
is
freaking
the
trying to
law?
kick me. You obviously won.
What is the law?
What do you mean? What is the law?
You're saying, you keep saying they're not following procedures. You don't even know
I
what
said
the
it
procedure
in a
is.
general sense.
What is the procedure? Sir, it's not a general sense. The law
It's-
does not care
The
about
law is specific.
The law does not
Yeah,
care
so-
about general
I'm
percents.
talking about general when it comes
See,
to
sir, if
society.
you were to go into a
That's what my whole
courtroom and get
point
the
was.
argument that you're trying to make right now, you would never get a word edgewise. And this is why I'm doing this to you.
Yeah,
It's because in the court of law,
No,
they
you
don't care about your feelings.
You're literally filibustering. You won't
No,
stop
I'm not
talking.
filibustering, sir. I'm being like a
You
judge.
are. You even know what
You're getting
filibuster
shut
is.
down because you can't
You're
say
getting
stuff
me to keep
that
talking.
you
Stop,
can't
because
provide
you won't
evidence.
have no fucking self-control. That's why we wouldn't keep muting you. If you kept quiet
Yeah.
and responded to the questions being asked of you, instead of running your mouth continuously and aggressively unmuting
How am I running my mouth continuous? Makes no sense.
the entire time that Val was talking, you were talking. You're talking now!
Shut up. Why you're so.
Shut the fuck up.
Why you're so.
I don't allow men to speak over me. Get out of here.
So
My
in
God.
You, in the court of law, when you come up and you say things, they're not following the procedure. You there now have to be able to tell us what the procedure
Is. Exactly. That's what you're trying to get. What is the law? What is the process of coming in? He refuses to answer. I'm just saying in general. No, the law is specific. And if somebody comes in and they do not follow the procedure of telling a Border Patrol agent that they're seeking asylum or whatever, then we have no problem with them people being deported out of here.
Or if they don't have the proper documentation.
Or they don't have the proper documentation, right? We don't have a problem with them being deported.
That is the thing. You know, I'm going to tell somebody a story because I learned something on my vacation that I didn't know. And I think everybody's going to be real interested in this since the immigration topic came up. Remember the separation thing that the families they like to keep using for
Mhm.
law?
Mhm.
I learned something. So I was in California, and there was actually a medical conference going on the Queen Mary, the ship I was staying on the night before we left out on our cruise. And part of that medical conference recruited a legal officer, he's a commandant in the force for California that handles immigration. Okay?
Mhm.
And they have, and he's a dog handler and a dog trainer.
Okay.
The dog he personally has was over $500 million to train. He showed how this dog works. Okay? When people come over the border in masses, children's with families and stuff like that, they use these dogs for a very specific purpose. These dogs can determine if the children belongs with who is claiming to be the parents.
Holy cow. I didn't know that.
And he demonstrated how this dog works in the conference. In the conference, when they were sitting there, he had people get together that weren't of the same family, and there's some that were of the same family, and the dog could actually separate them.
Oh my word.
This was news to me. I didn't know this existed.
That is amazing. No wonder it costs $500,000 for that dog because of
Yeah,
training.
the
Oh my
dog's
God.
Friendly. He says, most dogs you see are built to smell like, the D word, and the, what I'm saying, and all the stuff that we think of abuse and those types of things. These dogs are specifically trained to determine if
you know what I'm saying? If families,
If they're familial, yeah.
If they're familial, yeah. I was impressed and shocked and everything at the same time.
I'm gobsmacked.
Yeah, we talked for a couple hours after that meeting, me and him, and it was amazing. The stories he told me and everything like that went on. I mean, it was.
Does he use it at the? Do they use that? Does he? Blah, blah, my brain.
Yeah, California uses.
Uses his dog at the border.
Yeah, for.
Oh my god, that is so fucking cool.
So when people come over, or if they catch people out and you know what I'm saying, they came across. It's really hard in California. It's really hard not to cross over a border checkpoint, and because it really is all wall. So it's really hard. So if they get caught, or they're caught digging under the ground, or they get caught coming in illegally, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
They take them and they separate them if they're not familiar, because that's how they find child traffickers.
Exactly. Yep. Or people using children to come over and yes.
Well, here's another misconception. You know the biggest abusers of child. You know the biggest. You know what country child traffics more than any other country?
Probably us.
It is us. It's
Yeah.
the U.S.
Yeah. You got people like Epstein and his BFF in the White House.
The dog was part shepherd and part labradoodle.
Wow, that's amazing. I've never heard of that. Didn't even know it was a thing. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. That is incredible, though.
It was wild. I figured I'd tell you that story since that topic came up.
That is so cool. Oh my word.
No, there's several dogs trained. It wasn't just one dog. I just happened to meet that guy and the one dog.
Right. I didn't know that was even a thing, though. That's so cool. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. Let's go. Why do you think Melania is MIA? I think they're separated. She doesn't want anything to do with him. I mean, she didn't want to be there the first time.
Well, not to mention she's taking a shitload of social media heat right now, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I read it yesterday where she had a goal. You know how first ladies have their goals. You know what I'm saying? Some project that be. And then he turned around and signed an executive order.
Oh yeah, she's an anti-bullying or something, and he's like the biggest bully in the fucking country. Yeah, it's an oxymoron. Red, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you, and what state did you vote in?
I'm 33 in Kentucky.
Okay.
May I ask you where you voted for and where you're at?
Oh, I voted for Kamala, and I'm in Florida.
Kamala, Texas.
What did you want to talk about?
None. I wonder. I get this a lot of time on this thing. Like right now, the thing is driving me nuts about like going back and forth with Democrats and stuff. Like I'm not a Republican. I'm independent. But like the LGBTQ rights and the illegal aliens right now, that seems to be two big topics for everybody. And
well, it's because, and can I just interrupt you to explain why it's kind of a big thing, or why it's talked about a lot?
Absolutely.
Okay, the reason why it's talked about so much is because Donald Trump and the Republican Party have marginalized them and demonized them and dehumanizes them over and over and over again from his bully pulpit. He is focused on the transgender people. He spent over $300 million on TV advertisements against specifically transgender individuals, which they make up less than 1% of the population. He's going after the marginalized of the marginalized. He's the one who keeps them in the forefront. He's the one who talks about them constantly. He's the one who's dehumanizing immigrants. So when they start doing atrocious things to them like they are now, like kidnapping them off the streets and sending them to concentration camps in other countries, that you guys or Trump voters will think that they deserve it. Because once you dehumanize a population, when they start doing atrocious things to them, people think they believe that they deserve it. And so that's why it's talked about all the time, is because Donald Trump and the GOP won't shut up about them. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Nancy Mace, all of them, every time they get on the House floor or the Senate floor, all they bring up is transgender people. They're obsessed with the transgender people. And it's less than 1% of the population. It's not a problem.
Can I ask you this though?
Yes.
Can I ask you this? So since you said it's less than 1%, since it's less than 1%, he shouldn't dehumanize them, and I completely agree.
Well, even if they were 50%, he shouldn't dehumanize them. He shouldn't do. You shouldn't dehumanize anybody.
So if I come up to you and I say, "Hey, I'm a washing machine," and I classify the
That's
washing,
not the same.
That's not the same thing, and that's gross. Don't do that.
That is referred to as a false equivalency.
Very false.
How is that false equivalent? There's people out here.
Sir, because people are people, they're not objects.
Okay, well then how are people?
Okay, so first off, that's what makes it a false equivalency. Second off,
Okay, so I can identify the group.
sir, this comes from breeding hate.
Correct.
Okay, that is really what this is about. Sir, when I come up to you and tell you a man's playing in a woman's sports, that makes you mad, right?
No, it don't make me mad. It don't make me mad one bit, because I'm a man and I know if a woman ever stepped in a man's sport, that woman does not have the same equal rights. I mean,
That is not anything I just said.
no, it is a lot of women.
It's wrong what you just said. I said, sir.
Because it benefits me more. It benefits me more you let women come into men's sports. It benefits me more because that's more people I get to.
That is not what I said, sir. Is it?
You said, dude, does it?
Because I haven't heard one argument from the right side about a woman playing in man's sports. I specifically said, if I told you that a man was playing in women's sports, that upsets you, correct?
Absolutely, as it should.
And that is where the hate comes from.
Correct.
That is what they're trying to do, is breed that hate. Now now sir, how many transgender athletes are there in the NCAA?
That I do not have an answer. But I know that.
I do.
I do. It's 10.
10.
10.
Does an NCAA? Is that across all sports or just one sport?
No, that's
All sports.
10. Transgender.
And by the way, three of them are transgender women. 3 of them are transgender men, and the others are non-binary.
Non-binary.
Okay, so let me ask you this question: if you have a daughter,
I have a daughter. I have 2.
okay, so say
I
your daughter's
have
in the
one.
box. Say your daughter's in the box. She gets 18. This grown 6'6", 250-pound man gets.
Sir, none of these people.
That doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
Butterbeans.
That does not, sir. That does not happen. I'm not gonna let you run your stupid ass mouth with your rhetoric and bullshit. That is not a scenario that happens.
No.
If you don't understand the science behind it, stop worrying about it. Nobody's putting your little daughter up against a 6'6" gigantic man in the boxing ring. Just calm down. You were up here. I don't know. I'm really confused how this ended up here though, because you were saying that this is what you were arguing with on TikTok, I believe, and you sounded like you were in duress over it, and now you're bringing it up and you want to talk about. Why don't you focus on how your state is underwater experiencing tornadoes and getting $0 in FEMA to help the people of your state?
And just so you know, Red, just so you know, no woman that I know has any fear of transgender women. We don't need men to protect us of something that we're not even afraid of. I'm more afraid of straight white men than I am of any transgender woman. Period. I've never been threatened. I have no fear. There's not a single reported case of anyone being attacked in a bathroom or anything. Men do not need a reason to assault us. They do it on the daily. They do it every 9 seconds, okay? Men violate our bodies anyway. They don't have to sneak into or profess to be a transgender person so that they can come in and harm us. You guys do that all on your own. You don't need an excuse. Okay? So stop trying to protect us from something that we don't need protection from.
In the boxing thing from the woman in the boxing ring, sir, that you all like to keep referring to. So y'all know, that was actually a woman.
Correct.
Born a biological woman.
Yeah.
The news media, because she had very masculine features, said that it was a transgender woman, but it wasn't. She was born a cisgendered woman.
Oh, speaking of masculine features, I have a question for you, Red.
Well, if I can answer it, I ain't got the answer y'all passport.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Answer it, I would love to answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. How do you feel about transgender women and women's bathrooms?
I think it's people. I think it's a mental illness. This is not.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I think voting for Trump is a mental
You want me to answer your question? You want me to answer your question?
Sir.
rhetoric, no.
Hold on just a second. I want to make something real clear, Red, because I want to end this conversation to be real honest.
It's very harmful rhetoric that you're
It's very
spewing.
harmful rhetoric. But I want to make something very, very clear to you. That rhetoric that you want to keep talking about, that you keep wanting to put forth, that's less than 1% of our nation, got you mad.
I'm actually trying to.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. I'm not done.
I'm actually trying to.
I'm not done.
The question. Y'all
I'm
kept
not done.
Y'all kept.
That rhetoric that you keep wanting to put forth on that.
Like I said, I'm trying to correct it.
And we're going to continue to mute you until you listen. You won't let nobody speak.
We will let you speak as soon as Val is done. You have to let him finish his thought, and then I will let you have the floor. But you have to stop the dangerous rhetoric. It is harmful to people in this country. They're being targeted. They're being unalived. They're being beaten because of people like you and the rhetoric that you're spewing. It's harmful. These are human beings, whether you understand it or not, whether you like it or not. These are human beings. These are United States citizens that should be afforded every single protection and right that you have. So please stop with the rhetoric that is harmful to them.
I would actually like to interject, Diava, and say that.
I will stop. Move topics. Just move topics, okay?
Well, let Val say what? No, stop. Everybody stop. Val, you have the floor. Let him finish what he's going to say. And then Mitri, you have the floor to finish what you're going to say. Because Val's been trying to say it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Val.
It's okay.
I just want to make sure that you understand something, Red. Your one single issue here allowed you to vote for a man. That
Correct that statement. That's not my only issue. That's
okay,
not
we'll
my
get to those. That's the issue you brought up first.
Correct.
No, I've already.
Okay. So
Okay, let Val finish, Red.
the issue you brought up first allowed you to vote for a man and spread so much hate in this country for a group of people that represent 1%, less than 1%, that you voted for somebody that has now broken almost every constitutional amendment we have, going against the laws in this country, going against every minority in this country, going against Medicaid, Medicare, everything that helps this country, human rights, and allowed that one issue to be a product of your vote to destroy our country and its constitution.
And
This
democracy.
is what you need to, democracy. This is what you need to understand. We need to focus on real issues in this country. Things that actually affect us. I don't
care about your opinions because I don't care about how people live. In this country, that is supposed to be their choice.
And they're right.
Okay, can I respond now? So I agree with you. There is Constitution that has been broken. He has broken it. I will agree with that. That's not my only issue that you said I voted for.
Okay. We'll go. Hold on. We'll go to the next issue. But I want to.
I'm not bringing up no other issues. I'm responding to it. All I'm saying is, it is no different what Trump is doing right now than what is going on in Africa. This world is a hateful world out there. It is a hateful world.
No, you're believing the propaganda. That's not true. Nothing is happening. What's happening? Just a moment. No, we're not putting. I told you. You said you weren't changing the subject, and you did. So now I'm going to let Mitria say what she needs to say.
Delusional fool.
Yep. Sure. Yeah.
Real quick, I want to find.
Delusional party.
Trump, I want to find common ground with you. Can I try to find common ground with you real quick?
He's running. He's running.
I have something.
We got some sissies on here.
Right. Common ground with you. No, I guess not. Okay. So what I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted. So Red down here is willing to advocate for bathroom bans and things like that on transgender people. However, do you know who it's hurting the most right now? It's hurting cisgender women.
Correct.
So Red down here, beneath me,
We disagree.
thinks that I'm still talking. He thinks that by banning transgender people from places, it's going to save women. Women are the ones getting harassed by biological men in bathrooms because they do not look feminine enough
Correct.
to these men, and they are literally chasing them into bathrooms. They're beating the shit out of them. There's been all kinds of cases already because of your hate. You want it to affect me, and in reality, it's affecting your wives and daughters. And I don't care that he ran. If the rest of the Trump supporters can hear me out
Exactly.
real loud and clear.
Yep.
Ha ha ha! You thought you were getting me, you didn't.
He wasn't. He didn't run. I got rid of him. He's reported.
Oh.
Well, the thing is that's what they don't understand. There are women who aren't feminine enough, quote unquote, looking, and they're being harassed and they're actually being beat up, like Mitria said. So you're not protecting women at all, which is why I said earlier, we don't need your protection.
But I want everybody to pay attention to what he did right there. So he said, no, that really wasn't my main issue. Then he came right back and called us all sissies.
Mm-hmm.
After he said, yes, he's breaking the Constitution. So the man cares more about transgender individuals than he does the Constitution.
Correct. Which is sad. And he needs to have his hard drive looked at.
Not that important.
He needs to have his hard drive looked at.
Reset.
The FBI needs to check his hard drive.
That part.
Isn't Kentucky, didn't they just get hit with a bunch of tornadoes and stuff too? And he's up here talking about transgender people? Like the only people that are seem to be so obsessed about people's genitals are fucking MAGA. They are the ones that we should be warning other people about. We should be concerned about them. If they're that concerned about what's in people's pants.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about that. Lola brought up a good point. Yes, and he also did it under the flag of I'm an independent.
Yeah. Yeah. My ass. I'm the Queen of England. Trump has just allowed them to just be vile and hatred and make it be normalized. And we're, ooh, thank you. Ooh.
States we were talking
probably
Arkansas.
6 states.
Yeah, well, those the states that are being affected by storms right now. Things going on. Arkansas, Missouri. Missouri's a bad one.
Yeah, Missouri's got hit hard.
Okay, I mean, I put Missouri specifically on top of Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Specifically, that's 27 souls because they got no pre-warning.
And they're not getting any money either to help with the rebuild. Not a thing. And the money that was already allocated by the Biden administration for North Carolina, Trump pulled that funding, and North Carolina is no longer going to get it.
Speaking of storms,
I heard that. It's raining here too.
Yeah, my goodness.
So we're gonna have to watch like storm chasers and shit, and these people that follow storms to try to get any heads up. And that's terrifying for me. I'm in Florida. We get hit by multiple hurricanes. In NOAA, the NOAA is the people who send the airplanes up into the tornadoes to tell us how strong they are, what category they are, how fast they're moving. And he's trying to gut NOAA.
somebody says that you're Thunder Val. No, I am not Thor. Okay.
That's me. I'm the Thunder kind. So.
Said that storm was a paid actor.
Paid actor.
And they have not heard a peep. Trump hasn't even acknowledged that it happened. He's not even said a word. Like, hey, our thoughts and our prayers are with the people of blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, nothing. Not just no funding. Not just we ain't helping you. Not a word. Not a single word. And just like I tell people, if you think that Donald Trump cares about you, I have beachfront property to sell you in Arizona. Because if he didn't even care about his own vice president being hung, he don't give a shit about you. Not a ounce. If you were on fire or laying on the sidewalk, he wouldn't even piss on you to put you out if he was walking by. He would move to the other side of the street so he didn't have to step over you. Michelle, thank you for the $2 Cash App. I called this almost 5 months ago. It's a shame. Yeah, I know. Trump announces full pardon for a Virginia sheriff convicted of bribery. Oh, I hate it here. I want off this ride.
It's gonna end someday soon, I promise.
God. A PZ. Hi, did you vote Trump or Harris? I think you're Harris, right?
Harris, all the way.
Okay, I thought so.
We talked the other day.
Yeah, I thought so. It was a brain fart, so I was like, meh.
Hey guys, how's everybody?
Good.
Okay, I'm officially unique, so you're
Yes.
gonna be disappointed in me.
Uh-oh, why?
Okay, so yesterday I was on my way to a pool party, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Memorial Day. So I had to run into Walmart and get some sunscreen. And I was in a MAGA area. I'm just gonna say this. And this lady in Walmart, she went to go tell the manager I guess that there was a man in a woman's bathroom.
Oh.
It's a restroom. Now, everyone can tell by my profile picture, I am a bit of a masculine presenting woman, although I'm non-binary. So you're gonna be disappointed in me because I pulled down my shorts and I didn't even have underwear on because I was on the way to the pool.
Yep.
To prove a point, stop judging people. And transphobia not only affects transgender individuals,
Correct.
it affects cisgender women like myself.
Correct.
Just because I don't look feminine doesn't mean I wasn't born a woman.
Correct.
It affects us all. What do they think we're doing in the bathroom? Getting naked?
That's what I've said so many times. I'm like, trust me. I've told them, I said, you've been in a bathroom. I promise you, you've been in a bathroom with a transgender individual. You just don't know it, because guess what? People go in to use the bathroom, they do their business, and they leave. No one is in there looking in the stalls, checking people's pants, checking what's in it. I don't even, I get in there and out as fast as I possibly can, especially in women's bathroom. We all have stalls with doors.
Right.
Like-
So this is a lesson to all the transphobic people. It affects cisgender women as well.
Uh-huh. That's right.
I'm
I'm sorry you had to do that. I mean, yeah, I'm not disappointed in you at all. I see why you did it. I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself and making them feel stupid. But I'm sorry that you had to do that, because that's, nobody wants to do that. But it harms all women that don't look feminine enough, and that's a problem.
And like I said, I'm non-binary, so my pronouns are she, he, because I don't subscribe to any gender. So I'm fine with either pronoun. But I just knew that you were going to be mad at me because I showed them my stuff.
No, I'm not mad at you.
That's what you want to see. That's cool, right?
Right? I mean, that's what they're wanting, apparently.
Right.
Like, how else are you supposed to do it?
Right.
And then we're just going to keep getting harassed?
Exactly. Like I said, I was in the MAGA area, and I'm in Marjorie Taylor's Green district. So
You showed him your glitter biscuit.
I can't. I'm tired of it. But I love you guys, and I'm gonna drop down.
Thank you.
I'll see you later.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I bet they won't do it again, though, in that Walmart. I bet they won't do it again. After she let her glitter biscuit shine. Probably going to think twice before they ask somebody else. Because they might just drop trowel and show you.
How we doing?
Hey, Max, how are you?
I'm doing all right. First of all, I want to say, Val, I am very jealous that you stayed at the Queen Mary, because it's a very haunted location, and I want to go there so badly.
I actually did that tour. I did the paranormal tour.
Oh, you're so lucky.
That's cool.
And the guy who came up and talked about how being trans is a mental illness and bathrooms and shit. It's like you said, yeah, why does it freaking matter? You go in, you do your stuff, you get out. We're not kids in high school anymore. 4 people at a time are gonna go in there and, I don't know, summon demons or something.
I don't know what movies they watching or what they think happens in bathrooms, but I assure you, none of us are making eye contact. None of us are in there looking like, No, I gotta pee. Let me pee. I mean, it's like, that's it. It's so weird, and I don't want their protection. I don't need their protection. Women are not scared of transgender women. We are not scared, so we don't need your protection.
Exactly. So I'm a trans man who is at the beginning of my transition. I actually just recently had a gender affirming surgery.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
Thank you. And
Thank you for trusting me to share that.
Oh, of course. This is a safe space.
It is.
I've been told I look like a woman and I look like a man. So it's like I'm terrified of going in either or bathrooms.
Right.
Because I don't want to get assaulted.
I don't blame you.
I don't know why anyone would want to go into a men's restroom. I'm just.
I don't either. I mean, ew. From what I hear, and the few times I've, waited in line at a concert or at a bar, and the bathroom to the women's bathroom was 8 miles long and the men's had nobody in it, my happy ass trotted right over there, went into the men's bathroom. That place smells like urine, soaked everything. You just get in there, you don't even sit, you squat. And you don't touch the seat. You just do your business and get out of there as fast as you can. It is not a glamorous place, so I don't think anyone's going in there looking for a date.
Yeah, it's so freaking stupid. It's like, come on, just let us go to the bathroom that we feel most comfortable in. We're doing our business. Wash your fucking hands and leave.
Yes. I don't care what you are, who you are, what's in your pants, just wash your hands.
That's my biggest pet peeve.
Just wash those damn hands.
I will watch people that walk out of the restaurant.
Yes.
They'll get out, walk out of the restaurant.
Mhm.
I take it, and I know who you are.
And I am not shaking your hand if I meet you out in the club.
I'm damn near sprinting out of any bathroom I go in. I don't care if
Same.
I don't care what bathroom it is, even in the gender neutral family bathrooms. I'm over here like, okay, gotta go. It's gross.
Yeah, go. Well, congratulations on the beginning of your journey. I'm really excited for you. So, what are your pronouns? What do you prefer?
I go by he, they.
He, they. Okay. I'll try to remember that. So if I mess up in the future, just remind me. But I try to respect everyone's pronouns.
Oh, thank you. Right now I'm not on T, and so I do sound still pretty feminine presenting. So
That's okay.
But thank you for. I'm all giddy now.
Thank you for sharing that.
But you know what? Validation matters. Validation matters. And it's so easy. Just like I was trying to tell people, like, it's not hard to go from she to he or they, whatever they prefer, because if all the people in the world can go from calling Robert Petroni or whatever, calling him the Pope, Leo, you can say someone else's name. If they say my name is Max and now I want to be Maxine or whatever, say, oh, okay. And then boom, you can say it just like that. Just boom. And it's just respect. Just like they're not still calling him Robert, they're calling him Pope and Pope Leo. So it's just a matter of respect. And it's really a very small thing to make someone feel validated in who they are. And if you can be anything in this world, be kind.
Yes, and it's just wild that people think that it's, first of all, their business
Right.
as to what you do for your own person, and that they think they have say over what you do, but to also, I've seen people get more apologetic over accidentally misgendering a dog.
That's so true. Or a baby.
They'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I called Fluffy he. I'm so sorry. But when a trans person says, hey, do you mind calling me he, they? They're like, you're born a female. Your chromosomes.
Yeah, it's silly. Silly. What a great point, though. It's true. I mean, it's silly. And that's where autonomy comes in. People always think it's always about abortion. Like, you just want to go run an unalive baby. Like this stupid stuff. I'm like, no, it's autonomy. Let me do with my body what I want. As long as it's not hurting you and it's not going to affect you in any way, shut your pie hole.
Exactly. And I just saw a comment down here that, like, artists, actors, they don't go by their government names.
No, that's true. They don't.
And nobody bats an eye.
Not an eye. Or even Robert Kennedy Jr., the DHS secretary, he goes by Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like Valentine goes by Val.
That is a really cool name.
Thanks.
I had to say it. That's what I'm saying. It's not hard when people say, oh, I prefer you call me Val. Yeah, Ted Cruz. His name is fucking Raphael. JD Vance has changed his name legally 5 times. I mean, it's just silly. It's so silly. And it's just hateful. It's just hatred. That's it.
Yeah. Hopefully I can legally change my name soon, but every time somebody says, "Oh, I love your name," I go, "Thanks. I picked it myself."
I picked it myself. Is that the name you're going to go by? Max?
Technically, it was when I was like 12 or 11. I asked my mom what she were to name me if I were born a boy, and she tried the whole, "I knew you were a girl the whole time," and I'm like, "You had to have thought of something." And she said I would have named you Maxwell, and so I was like, "Thank you, that's mine now. I'm gonna throw an extra X in there and
There you go.
jazz it up."
And I said the same thing to a Trump supporter the other day. I'm like, if you can go from calling it like your whole life, we have called it the Gulf of Mexico. And overnight, you were able to say it's now Gulf of America. It's not that hard.
Right? It might be like hard to like adjust.
And you might make mistakes.
Yeah.
If just like I told you, if I ever misgender you, not remembering, because I talk to so many people, I'll probably remember. But if I don't and I misgender you, I am 150,000% okay with you saying, "Oh, my pronouns are he, they." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm so sorry." Then I'll refer to you as such. So if people make an effort, I think that's all that most transgender individuals. They don't mind if people make mistakes as long as you're trying. And they might make a mistake because it's just a habit or whatever. And as long as they're like, "Oh, sorry, I meant he." At least if they're trying and they're not just being a bag of shit, then I'm sure you guys give a lot of grace. So
of course, it's
as long as there's an effort made.
Yeah, of course. Especially like for me personally, since I've been at the beginning of my transition since I started socially transitioning when I was like 21, and I'll be 24 in August. But I've had people be like, "Well, if I misgender you, don't be a bitch about it." And I'm like, whoa, chill.
Yeah, you just don't. You're just telling me that you don't really respect it, and that you, and you're not going to like my response.
I only anticipate on misgender. Tells me
exactly. Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same with dead naming somebody.
My brain is like fried, so right now I can't think. But yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Max, for coming up, and thank you for trusting us with that personal side of you. So I appreciate it.
Of course, you guys have proven to be a very, very safe community to be able to freely express.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
You're welcome. Well, have a great rest of your day, Max.
You too.
All right.
Enjoy that journey, because I'm telling you, it's a wild one.
I will do my best. It'll be hard, but I'm gonna get there.
You have support in here. Colby in the comment section. She said she followed you. She's in her journey. Mitria, which is right below you. She's on that journey or done with that journey, but she's been there. So you have people you can reach out to if you need to talk, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everyone. Y'all are like a big family now.
We are, of course.
You're my aunt, uncle, and cousins.
Yep, that's what you call chosen family. Because not everybody, you can't help what family you're born into. Just like my whole family's MAGA, So, it's like, these are my chosen family. These are the people that I choose to spend my time with and who I, love and care about and talk with and stuff like that, because they're my chosen family. And I think that our chosen family can be whoever we want it to be. And that way you only are surrounding yourself with people that are going to uplift and support you.
And I'm always here for anyone if they ever need to like message me, or if they just need like somebody to just rant to. I got open ears all day, every day.
Thank you, Max. You have a lot of new followers. I can just tell you that. Looking at the comment section, you have a lot of new friends.
Yes.
I'm so abundantly like grateful.
Of course. And then Black Anime Goddess said you now have a Nigerian cousin too.
You know what?
That's
I'll
awesome.
take cousins from anywhere.
Right? All right. Well, thank you so much for coming up. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I hope that
Thanks
you have a
for
great
having
rest of your
me.
weekend. Mhm.
You guys too.
I guess it's technically Monday, the weekend's over, but you know what I mean. Black Anime Goddess, that was funny.
It's a holiday Monday.
I'm like, yeah, whatever. Okay, I have a subscriber. I gotta bring subscribers up. Subscribers have priority when it's time for friendly. So let me bring up Denise. Denise, hi. You didn't mean to do that? Okay, I got you. It's okay. Oh, Heath, he said he had something to share earlier. Hi, Heath.
Hello, Diava. I just wanted to give everybody some uplifting news.
Okay.
As you know, I am a Commonwealth voter,
Yes.
and I live in a very crimson area of Louisiana. Everything is MAGA here. It's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
However, we finally elected our first person of color as mayor.
Yes.
MAGA.
Yes.
So things are changing. Things are changing.
I agree. Wandering Pizza, thank you for sending a subscription. And real quick, we have a flash goal. If you need 40 different people to send the little finger hearts, if you guys wouldn't mind knocking out that goal, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's fantastic. I think that that's great. The tides are definitely going to be turning, and the more and more people, Heath, that lose their Medicare, Medicaid, their SNAP benefits, because Louisiana is not exactly a like super rich state.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of those people are on those benefits are going to be cut.
Yep.
People are going to be very quickly disenfranchised. Yeah.
And that's all I have to say, and I hope y'all having a great weekend.
You
3-day
too.
weekend, and you can go ahead and drop me, but have a great day, everybody.
You too, Heath. Thank you so much. But yeah, we're going to see more and more people be like, yeah, yes. U-Haul needs to stop renting. They need to vet these people renting these trucks a little better, I think.
I have to tell you something. I have been watching you silently because I wanted to get to know you.
Okay, that's fair.
And I never tell anyone who I voted for. I feel, for me, that's a personal issue. But I will tell you, I am in the position, if you have a half a brain cell, okay, a half a brain cell, to at least hear both sides. I do not agree with Trump on most things. Okay, I just don't. I happen to know him, and to know him is to not like him. Okay?
I've heard that before.
I don't like to say bad things about anybody. And the fact that they will call the Biden crime family.
Yeah. Have you seen the Trump family?
Laughable. Listen, his son was ready to go to jail. He went to trial.
Mm-hmm.
something else. Any Democrat who screws up, nobody's perfect. I
Correct.
think most of the politicians are basically corrupt. I do. I feel that way. Someone said if you follow Nancy Pelosi's stock market tips, you'll get rich.
Oh, I think that almost all sides. That's probably one thing. Wandering Pizza, thank you for sending a subscription. If hold on, I lost my complete train of thought. Squirrel.
Don't worry about it. I'm as sick as a dog, so I understand brain fog right now.
Yeah. I think both sides would agree. All Trump voters, Kamala voters, independent voters. I think all of us want there to be no stock trading amongst people in Congress.
I couldn't agree more. And I will tell you something else. I believe in term limits.
I do too.
I am very sorry, but once you get one bad apple,
They can stay for decades.
and they have the charisma to be able to, I don't know the word, enlighten other people. I'm sorry. If $1 is to be made, they want it.
That's also why they don't want to lose their seats.
Well, you want to know what else I want? I want them to live on the money that other people live on.
I said that the other day. I said they should get minimum wage for the hours that they show up because they take a lot of time off. They get $175,000 a year and they haven't done jack shit. They should have to live on medical minimum wage and Medicaid for their health.
And I'll tell you something else. I am so freaking tired of hearing how Biden smells children's heads.
It's just something to say because Donald Trump actually essayed somebody, and so that's their default.
Something they will fight that to the death.
Yep.
Okay. Or to the unalive part.
Yeah.
I was young when I met him. My family knew him very well. That you know what a jet setter is?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you have to have a lot of money to be in that group.
For sure.
Okay. I am not bragging. I am not. I was brought up with morals and ethics. Okay? I never asked my parents for anything. Let's see how let's see how they live. They have a private surgeon.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm very sorry, but let them.
I'm assuming you didn't vote for Trump.
Well, you see, this is something that I want to be personal. I don't mean to be.
Well, this is a political live. I mean.
I understand that. I really do. But I will call out anyone, okay, if I do not believe what they say. It doesn't matter. I am a conservative Democrat.
But it does matter because to me it matters only because if you voted for Trump knowing he's a shitbag human, I would just would blow my mind to know why. And it just, yeah.
No. Do you know Mr. A Nice Guy?
The one who's not nice?
You're funny. I am the only, with maybe one exception,
much.
Can I ask you what a conservative Democrat is?
Sure you can. I am someone who will listen to both sides of the parties. And if I think, what?
What'd you say, Val?
Both sides of the parties. One, the term conservative Democrat is an oxymoron.
Oh, is it really?
Yes, it is.
Val, you know something? I like it very much.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. I don't care if you like me or not. I'm going to call it as it is. That's who I've been on these lives since I've been on for 5 years. The term conservative Democrat,
Yes, I voted.
yes, is a oxymoron. Sorry, if you don't like that, it is. You're either a moderate in the party, a centrist in the party, or you know what I'm saying, or a progressive in the party. Which is it?
I don't make sense. Okay. I am a person who will learn from both sides.
What if we learned from the Republican Party? What if we learned
I
from
haven't
conservatives?
really, to be perfectly honest with you, I haven't learned very much, except that they're, dickheads.
Okay, and where does that come from? Because what are we conserving? When you say the word conservatism, what are we conserving?
Well, for me, I don't like children to go hungry. I do not like.
That's a progressive.
That's a progressive. Yes.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay, this is why I say that the term conservative Democrat is an oxymoron.
Can you think of another name? I would like to know.
You're either a centrist, a moderate, or a progressive within the party. If you're claiming Democrat, those are your 3 choices.
Yeah, I've never heard of a conservative Democrat. Like, I'm just me personally either. So I'm just.
Okay. Then
I would suggest looking up those terms because I've got a feeling, and I'm just going to be honest here. I got a feeling I'm talking to somebody that did not vote for Kamala Harris because if you voted for Kamala Harris, you just said. Okay, I've got a feeling that I'm talking to somebody that either voted for RFK
Or Jill Stein. Jill Stein.
Yeah, or Jill Stein. Okay, but you know what I'm saying? And your only other choice is Trump because coming into a political conversation without being voted for is actually disingenuous.
listen, if everybody will keep my secret because I like this line, I am a Democrat. But you can't tell anyone.
Well, why can't we tell it? You're on a. You're. Why?
No. Because I want to hear the stupidity.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming up, Leslie.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for coming up. I do appreciate it. Thank you. I'm more confused. I'm just gonna. I think it'd be best just to move on.
Sorry, I couldn't take it.
I know. I wasn't sure what to do with it.
How often do you think she's sick?
Greg.
I wasn't gonna go there.
I wasn't either
Oh my God.
because I don't know.
Hey, Diava.
Hey, Greg, how are you?
Good. I don't know if you remember me. I came up about 2 months ago for about 5 minutes. You had asked me because you had someone. You were saying calling a veteran not a patriot, and they didn't stick to their oath. I had backed you on that.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I was just listening in today, and I requested up because that woman who was just on really pissed me off, and I wanted to thank Val for calling her out. Anyway,
Make it hard. Great.
more about me. If you remember, Diava, I'm a veteran, but there's more about me that I haven't told you. That I'm a gay veteran. I'm married to an immigrant, and we have our immigrant immigration interview coming up very soon, and I'm
Be very careful.
Yes.
Because they're picking up people at their hearings.
I know, that's why I'm very nervous. We're both nervous. But it's not a
Can you turn your TV down if you don't mind?
oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
I didn't even realize it was on. It's on in the background all the time, but I'm listening to your show and I just forget that it's on.
That's okay. Do you have an attorney?
Yes, we have an attorney.
Are they going to meet you there?
We don't know yet. We haven't got the date. We just got a notification that it was coming up, and I contacted the attorney, and they said we're going to give you the date next week, and then we're going to bring you in to give you a prep interview.
I would suggest them go. I would suggest them to. I would ask them if they would accompany you because they're picking up people at their hearings.
Yeah, they did mention that there was a lot of. It's not a hearing. This is actually just an interview because it's not an asylum case. This is a marriage green card case.
They're going to green card cases too, not just asylum.
Oh, I understand that. But we're going to talk more with the attorney coming up. So I got a lot going on. Yeah.
Be safe. Take an attorney or have them on speed dial.
I got their number. I told them that they have a 24-hour number because I haven't had to call them at off-hour times yet, as of yet.
Good luck, man. That's tough.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a long process. It's been going on now for close to 4 years.
What state are you in?
New Jersey, thank God.
Well, that might be better, but I don't know. They're going everywhere.
Yeah, well, they are cracking down in New Jersey. They're after the governor and everything up here.
Somebody said take a decoy.
Take a decoy. That's funny.
Dress her up as somebody. Make sure she's wearing long sleeves. Put a mask over her face like Patriot Front, like those guys walking around. Don't let them see her face.
Well, it's a him. It's a him. So.
Oh, him. That's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's okay. Don't apologize.
I forgot.
Remortgage on my house, and I kept going through all this way doing a remortgage on the house because it was a VA loan, and the VA loan in New Jersey law, you had to, even though he wasn't going to be part of the mortgage, he had to be on the mortgage technically because legally we're married, and there was just so much paperwork to do for that alone. Trying to explain to everybody the situation.
Get him an ice outfit from Amazon.
That would work.
Or have him dress like one of the Patriot Fronts with a blue navy shirt, khaki pants, and wear like a thing over his face. You think I'm joking?
I don't know how that would work walking into Newark because that's where we have to go is Newark.
Well.
Anyway, I just want.
But well, good luck with that. I hope you'll have to keep us informed. Pull up in a U-Haul.
When I hear more, I will let you know.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for inviting me up. I was
of course.
Letting me come up. I didn't expect to get up, and I just was caught by surprise when you said hi, Greg.
You're like, oh, hi.
I've had that happen, so it's all good.
It's all good. It happens all the time.
So, all right. Well, I'm looking forward to your birthday celebration.
Yes, my birthday celebration's this Thursday in 3 days. Yay.
Yeah.
It's my 29th birthday again.
Yeah. I work in a hospital and I have hearing aids that have Bluetooth, so no one knows I listen to your show every day while I'm working because I work 11 to 11.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I have you on every day listen in my hearing aids, but I can still hear when people talk to me. But they have no idea I'm listening to a TikTok live.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Greg. I appreciate you coming up. Good luck and definitely keep us informed.
I will be on it. Enjoy your night.
You too. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, working my way down the list, y'all. Just give me a minute. Oh, I celebrate the whole month. If people say anything to me, I'm like, it's my birthday month.
Hi, Diava.
Hey, Zahir, how are you?
I'm doing good. And that last woman who was up here on the line, I think she was drinking, just sitting back in her chair, just chugging away while on the live. Blurk, 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 blurk.
She's still in here. Be nice.
Okay, I'll be nice. So do you know the show Teen Titans Go?
Uh-huh.
Well, now I know that show is not everybody's cup of tea, but it's a good show to me. And the reason why I brought it up is that if Donald Trump were to be a villain on that show, the Titans don't have to use their powers that much. All they need to do is to kick his ass and use mashed potatoes.
Yes. 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 Mashed potatoes. He's scared of mashed potatoes.
Titans, go and get mashed potatoes.
Dump him over his head. That'll really do him in.
Oh, yeah. They would be real heroes then. What was I about to say? Oh, yeah, about the whole going to the bathroom thing. Like, I find that, very, very stupid. And that, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is just go, and number one or a number two. For example, at work, somebody was in the bathroom, the men's bathroom, and I had to go really bad. So I turned around and went to peek inside the women's bathroom, and there's nobody there. And I went and did my, number one.
Your business. Yep.
Yep. I went and did my business. So that whole thing about people are going to the bathroom and looking at people in the stall. They're all that. Yeah, all that shit. That's just stupid. Like, what do they think? Do they think that the stalls are see through? Like,
I don't know if they've never been into a bathroom. Like, honestly, it seems so weird that they. Like, I don't know. The obsession is just quite weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why they're so obsessed with people's genitals.
I don't know either. It's
It's
disturbing.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, and the whole Gulf of Mexico thing. Yep, it's gonna be that way forever. The Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico. That's the way that it will stay.
Thank you, Sam.
The Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico. It will not be Maga Bay.
MAGA Bay!
The Gulf of Mexico for the women and the guys. The Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico. And the MAGAs, they will cry.
I love it. Oh my God, I love you, Zahir. Thank you, Zahir. I love you. You always make us laugh.
No problem.
Thanks for coming up, love. Oh, he's so funny. Oh, he's so funny. I love his big, beautiful brain. He's so funny. He always makes us laugh, like literally every time. Pete Hegseth Liver, how are you? How are you hanging in there, buddy?
Doing okay. It's been a rough. What's this? A Monday? It's some day that I'm supposed to be thinking about something. But all I can do is watch the West Point commencement speech over and over again, and how all those guys and girls probably wanted it to be Kermit the Frog. Commencement speech at the University of Maryland was off the chain. Instead, they got the bloviated orange Cheeto dust talking about trophy wives
and yachts.
And yachts, yeah. You got a big yacht. And then he was picking up nails and boards.
I'm like, dude, you're talking to people that are going into the military. Do you know what their salaries are? These are not people that are going to be buying yachts, okay?
Yeah, but I'm surprised he didn't mention his neurotic fat friend who takes the fat shot. He went to England. Did you hear that one?
No.
He was talking prices, and he says, I have this friend, he takes the fat shot.
Oh my word, is he talking about like Ozempic or something?
Yeah. And then he called me up and he said, hey, I'm taking this fat shot. And then Trump goes, it's not working. Is what he says.
Oh.
That's what he says in the story to the guy.
Oh.
He's like, I'm in England and it costs $87. Why am I paying $1,300 in the United States? And then the shot changed to a pill. It's really funny. There was a whole thing. Jon Stewart did
He's talking about himself, isn't he?
He said neurotic businessman, and I was like, him?
Oh, yup. That was a confession.
Yeah. He went to England and he bought a bunch of fat shots.
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
He's mad that it's not working.
Because he keeps eating McDonald's every day.
Too many fillet of fish.
Oh my God.
And then the other thing I was gonna say, I know we're all working on the Target boycott and the Amazon boycott. I think we need to work on the U-Haul boycott.
Right?
And then I before I jumped on here, I actually called U-Haul and I said, hey, I got 60 guys with flags and masks that I need to drive around. And they were like, we can't put people in the back of the U-Haul. And I was like, I don't know, I've seen it on TV.
It's all over TikTok, baby.
I've seen it on the TV. These guys, when the police show up, they jump in the back of the U-Haul with their masks. They got that one guy that has a sailor hat on or something.
Oh my God.
And they were like, oh yeah, I can't do it. I go, I guess you're one of the good ones. Won't let me drive my people around.
Yeah, the CEO of U-Haul is MAGA, so that's probably he's more than happy to let it let it fly. But
I just feel like that's one of the ones we should because the Target one's working pretty well. So is the Amazon one's working.
so I guess it's Penske, right? We're gonna go to Penske or something to.
Yeah, go to Penske. Go to Enterprise Rental rents vans and trucks as well. I only know that because I had to rent a truck there when I used to work for a company. Ours were Enterprise. But yeah.
You can rent a pickup truck from Lowe's.
Yes. Yep. Home Depot.
If you're moving, you can call College Hunks.
Or two guys in a truck, or all kinds of stuff. So yeah.
College Hunks. I like College Hunks.
That's actually a business.
I'll call College Hunks. I don't mind too muscular dude showing up at my house.
Right?
I tried it once.
Oh, come on. I thought they'd be like hunks. If it's hunks, it needs to be hunks.
Well, I think it started that way, and then they needed bodies.
I'll just call Val. Val will come out there.
Oh yeah, Val will come. Him and his hunky self.
I'm gonna refer that to Fireman and Sons.
Oh man. Well, no, that's all I had.
All right.
Watch that fat shot thing where you're talking.
That is
about
horrific.
fat shot.
Oh my God.
It was hilarious. And then there was another one I think with I can't remember the other anchor they have fill in because they do like it's just Jon Stewart on Monday night. And then they have all the other folks. But there was one where they were talking about Christy Nolan and not knowing what
Habeas corpus.
Habeas corpus was, and it was pretty funny. But it was from last week as well. But
They are so incompetent. Like everyone in that administration is just so fucking incompetent. It's scary. It would be funny if it wasn't so dangerous. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Pete.
I think the liver sounded less imbibed.
The liver. Oh, Boxer Mom. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing?
Okay, there you go.
All right.
The guy named Val's back, and Mitria.
Right?
Did you tell your wife your name, Val?
No, yeah. I'm back. Really?
Right? That's so damn depressing.
I also. What's that? I'm sorry, Val.
The shirt still says Ensenada. I'm not sure.
There you go.
Live in denial, baby. It's a much funner place.
Absolute. You know what? You are not kidding me.
Reality blows.
Yes. I want to thank Wondering Pizza because she donated a subscription to me.
She sent one to you and Mitria.
And Mitria. Okay, Mitria and I both. Thank you so much. That means the world. I know to Mitria and to me. So thoughtful, and thank you.
Wondering Pizza's the best.
Wondering Pizza's
Yes.
wonderful.
Now, in honor of Memorial Day, I got one for us here.
Okay.
All right. This is called Raise Their Names Like Banners, a Memorial Day Anthem of Honor. They didn't just fight, they became the fight. They didn't just serve, they surrendered everything for us, for freedom, for a dream they believed we were worthy of living. They left behind childhood photos and wedding rings, letters unsent, and lullabies unheard. They kissed their babies goodbye, some never knowing that they'd ever come home. And they went away. Because that's what heroes do. And they went anyway. Because that's what heroes do. Not for medals, not for applause, but because they believe in something bigger than themselves. These are not just names on marble walls. They are the spine of this nation, the fire in our flag, the very reason we stand free and speak loud. They face the unimaginable, terror in trenches, fire from skies, cold nights soaked in fear, and still they stood. Higher than fireworks, hotter than drums, let their legacy thunder in our hearts. They give us more than we could ever repay. But we can try with remembrance, with gratitude, with a country worthy of their sacrifice. So live boldly, love fiercely, speak truth, stand tall, because freedom has a heartbeat and it sounds like the footsteps of every brave soul who never made it back, but never truly left. Raise their names like banners, etch their stories into your soul, and know this, the greatest heroes of all time wore dog tags, not capes.
Oh, that was wonderful.
That was beautiful.
That was so nice. And Buxer, and I was my uncle I was talking about earlier that passed in Vietnam. He was 23 and had only been there for 3 months. Like he was there for 3 months. He never got to meet his daughter. His girlfriend had sent him a letter when he was over there that she was pregnant, and he was unalived shortly thereafter. And so his daughter never got to know him, and he never got to meet his daughter.
I'm so sorry, Diava. That's just awful.
Yeah, and
it's so sad.
His name was David, and his girlfriend, the mom, her name was Tina, and so they named her Davina.
Oh, I'm gonna tell my parents that.
Yeah, so it was really sweet, and unfortunately back then, obviously it wasn't acceptable because they weren't married, but he wanted to, I guess, have relations with her before he went off to war, and then she got pregnant that one time. So, and so he was surprised, obviously, when he got that letter, but then was unalive shortly thereafter. So, unfortunately, that little girl found my family years later. I've got to meet her, and my mom shared all the photos that she ever had of her brother with his daughter. Like went to the store and made copies of every single picture that my mom had, and gave her her own set of pictures of her dad that she never had.
Wow.
Yep.
just wow, that hit me, Diava. That's and her name is beautiful,
isn't it? And
yes, that's so hard. Yeah.
and he was drafted. He was a conscientious objector because of his religion, and so but he was drafted, and he wasn't enlisted. He was drafted. So it was really sad because
Yeah, my dad was drafted as well. He didn't believe in what's going on. He was drafted. My mom and my dad had only been married for I think 3 months when he got sent.
Yeah, he was tricked by a sniper. My uncle was. They could say help in American really well, and they would trick them to come out to try like help them. And so he heard someone screaming help, and he was a medic. And so his other platoon members, said, "Hey, it could be a trick. It could be a trick. Don't go out there. Don't go out there." And he's like, I can't live with myself if it's not a trick and it's actually one of our soldiers out there asking for help. And so he got up from his, where he was laying down or whatever. He got up to go over, the hill to where the noise was, and the sniper got him. So it was a trick.
My dad used to, we don't know a lot about what he went through there because, Vietnam vets.
They don't talk about it.
Not really talking about it. And he tells us some stuff, but yeah, he would tell us that, and that they would use children.
Yes, as shields. Yes.
As to get them out, and then
right.
So that's why my dad, when you go to a restaurant and stuff, he never ever wanted to have his back turned towards the door.
Yes.
But I never seen him go through PTSD or that kind of that kind of stuff, but yeah, he used to tell us that they would just throw a boom boom in, in through the door, I guess. But yeah, that's so awful. And what's funny is, this is funny, but I'm thinking it was
not funny, haha, but yeah.
Yeah, we have all my mom and dad's letters, and they used to number them so they knew what order, and all stated audio tapes. But what's funny about it is in the return address, it's my dad's social security number.
Oh my word.
Yeah. That's why I said it's kind of funny. It's because you will come there how times have changed. Yeah. You were supposed to put their social security number.
Guess they didn't keep it too secret back then.
Yeah, anyways, I thought that was kind of
good.
But yeah, and my dad got to see, this is crazy. My niece was back from Ireland.
Yeah.
So he was all pumped up, he's like, oh, this is Max Day, and he was all excited. Her plane was supposed to get into 30, and of course we had all the storms. So she was still on her way. Her plane had just gotten into Oklahoma. She was probably 30 minutes. They turned the daggone thing around, went back to Minneapolis.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And so...
why all the way around? I mean...
Yes, they went back, exactly. And they, so she slept in the airport because, they were the first flight out this morning. So she got to see my dad around 11 something.
Oh, good.
And we spent a good time with them today, and then she just went home to get a shower, and she'll be back.
Okay, good.
Anyway.
I'm glad she made it.
Just freaking luck.
Of course. But of course.
But, Val, I don't know if you know, but we had to put my dad in hospice.
Oh, no, I did not.
Yeah, Val missed a bit. But yeah, her dad's on hospice, and he was really wanting to see his granddaughter one more time, and she was in Ireland. So it's been a debacle trying to get her back, but she finally made it today. So that's why she was telling us that part.
That's amazing. I'm so sorry to hear that, Marge.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. It means the world. And so, yeah, I moved back home with my parents.
Yeah, she's living back with her parents, taking care of her dad. Huh? Yes. Have a good show, Mitria.
Oh,
sorry. I didn't know you were going to say anything else.
I told my dad, I walked in and I said, well, guess who's moved back home? and then my sister, same thing. and we believe, that he's going to go to heaven and stuff. And so, but they're not the kind of people that are, they don't really believe in organized religion, so to speak, anymore because it's been weaponized.
Yeah.
But we did do a little thing here yesterday as a family, and so we know that we came and did communion
Okay, good.
with us. My dad was really happy about that.
Good.
So, yeah. But anyway, I mean, take us this much time. Yeah, we don't. I really don't think we have long. You know.
I mean, I understand. That's why I said I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But I love your attitude through it all. That is going to be what makes things better.
Right.
Yeah, we're trying, you know what I mean? Like, make it good, you know? Like, Mac is putting on a slideshow tonight of all our pictures.
Nice. Let him be. It'll be great for him to be surrounded by the people who love him until the end, however long that is. And he's, you know, in your heart, not that it's going to make it any easier, but at least, and you know, in your heart, and everyone else will know in their heart that he was surrounded by love.
Yes, and my husband's became his barber.
Awesome.
And then my brother-in-law, you know, he's out doing everybody's just, you know, working together. Yeah. But anyways, well, thank y'all so much. Have a good one.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Boxer Mom. Bye-bye. That's so tough.
That's a hard one. I hate that.
I know. It really is. I mean,
I hate that for her. She's such a wonderful person.
I know.
But like I said, I'm glad I know what they're doing because everybody forgets the important part here. It's the actual person that's in the hospice. You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes it's good, but they're like what they're doing. They're making it okay for him.
Correct. Correct. It's okay. We're here. We're just going to love you, love on you until. And I think that's everyone should be blessed that way to leave the world that way. So I think that Boxer Mom
absolutely beautiful.
Is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Simple. Sorry. I know my time is up, but please feel free to say something real quick. Yeah.
Wow, that was definitely a very, very hard pill to swallow.
I know.
Wow, I was getting choked up just hearing her talk about that.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm really sorry, Boxer Mom, but we know that, you know, he's in a good place now, and, you know, until the very end, you know.
He's surrounded by love. That's exactly right. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is all we could wish for. Me personally, that's how I want to go out.
And seeing Donald Trump's post today.
So gross.
Made me want to vomit.
Yeah.
Made me want to vomit. But I do want to touch on something real quick.
Sure.
So I'm supposed to start my hormones in June, June 1st to be exact, which is Pride Month. And so I had talked to my doctor, it was this morning, and he had recommended for me to start the 3-month supply. And he had told me how much it is. It's $500 just for 3 months, and that is a full supply for 3 months. But he said that if I'm able to get 300, then I would be able to start the 2-month process of the supply.
Okay.
I know that everyone is in desperate times of need. I know that we're all struggling as of this moment. But I really do want to start this process. It's a scary process, to say the least. It's very nerve-wracking. So I don't know if I would be able to take this time to say that my Cash App is in my bio if anyone wants to help.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if anybody would like to help Kristen be able to get some money to help get the medication that she needs, absolutely. Do you have Venmo or just Cash App?
Just Cash App. I've never used Venmo or PayPal or any of those.
Just Cash App. Okay.
Cash App.
Yeah, so just click on Simple, click on her box,
and it's literally in my bio. I should make like a link tree thing so it's easier to access, but I'm not really familiar with how to make a link tree.
That's okay. It's right in there. It's really easy. It's just Political Kristen, Kristin. So it's pretty easy. Yeah, if anybody would like to, if you like to donate to Simple, that would be awesome.
Yeah. You know, I had recently started my job at Hungry Howie's. I know it's not really ideal. It's not an ideal job. But
Hey, a job's a job.
Yeah, a job is a job. I'm so fearful for the future.
I'm sure.
My mom had gotten a notice. It was yesterday. That her Medicaid was shut off. She was cut off.
Ooh, and so it begins.
Yep.
Yikes. I'm sorry.
And
we're gonna hear this more and more.
And she voted for him.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So and she called me and she was really angry that she got that notice. I'm like, well, try telling you. I don't know how to say that name. Masan. Thank you so much for the $5. Thank you.
Oh well, she got what she voted for.
Yeah. You know, I've tried having these conversations with her. Very in-depth conversations. She just didn't listen.
Yep.
And she just took everything with just a grain of salt. And, you know, I even told her, I'm like, well, I voted for you, but why didn't you vote for me?
Correct. You're not wrong.
My sister has even tried having sit-down conversations with her, but she just won't listen. She's stuck in her ways, and she's MAGA. She's literally full-blown MAGA.
Well,
she's lost in the sauce.
So is my family, so I get it. But that's like my parents. My parents are on Medicare. They have no other retirement. All they have is Medicare and Social Security. So I'm like, I hope it doesn't get cut because I can't afford your bills. I can't afford to help you. I still have 2 small kids at home. I can't help you. And so if it gets cut, and she just was like, well, see, he's not going to do it. It's just the utter delusion, same as the people we talk to on here. She's like, we'll see. It's never going to happen. That's not going to happen. You're just trying to fear monger and all. I'm like, okay. Okay.
I'm just thinking, like, what else am I able to do? You know, besides having these conversations.
Yeah.
You know, to hopefully, you know, get to, you know, a Trump supporter that, you know, that could, you know, possibly open up their eyes.
I don't know. You let me know if you find out because I still can't reach my parents. I talk to people all the time and I still can't reach my parents. It was the whole we'll see. I swear, Zahir. That's exactly what my mom said. She's like, well, we'll see. Well, we'll see. And I'm just like, oh my God. Yeah, we'll see it all go away.
Gregory, thank you so much for the $10. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to start tearing up now. Lenia, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. Oh my, I'm going to start crying.
Hey, it's all good. Take it. You asked if they wanted to, if anybody could, and they are. So
it's you know, it's not expected, but it is
appreciated. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming up. I really do appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, Diava, and thank you so much for doing this every single day. Okay. I love seeing your face every single time I get on TikTok. You know, I almost feel like a sense of joy when I see you on live and you're tearing these MAGAs apart. But you know, they have to hear it. These conversations aren't meant to be comfortable. Yeah. They're meant to be unfair. They are meant to be very unfair. They're not meant to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So Diava, thank you so much for all of your
very
dedicated hard works and efforts to, you know, speak the facts and, you know, say what really needs to be heard. You don't deal with shit. You don't.
No.
And We need more people like that.
Thank you.
But thank you so much, and thank you so much for the people that have donated so far. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your
Love
night.
you, Flava.
Love you too. Thank you so much. You're welcome. All right. Thank you for joining us, Val. I'm so glad you're back. Everybody was asking me, where's Val? Where's Val? Almost every day I had to tell them you were on a cruise.
Out of the country.
Out of the country, enjoying himself, living his best life. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you guys, everybody, for being here. Thank you for the likes, the taps, the gifts, the everything. But just thank you so much for being here and supporting me every single day. I couldn't do this every day without you. I really, really appreciate you. And thank you, Val, for being here. So you guys have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. See you later. Mwah. Bye. All right, YouTube and Twitch. It was really great to see you guys all today. Thank you for being here. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. and we'll do this all over again. See you later. Have a great rest of your day.